Wild and crazy chat. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the Dynasty Shares, or the artist formerly known as Dynasty Shares group. We've had lots of fun and lots of random conversations in there. But obviously,
to say the least.
to say the least. But more than anything, I thought about this and I said, I really need to know what Two Drinks' thoughts are on this. Obviously, being a Florida native, being a Florida fan, you bleed blue and orange. Poor life choice, but that's your prerogative. I still love you anyway. I love you through that, in spite of that, if you will. So with that said, let's say that for whatever reason, that Gainesville literally disappeared from the entire map and it ceased to exist, right? So not that it didn't exist like previously, but
not anymore.
It no longer moves forward, right? So which team would you adopt as your new favorite? Would you be more likely to be a Miami Hurricane or a Florida State Seminole?
Fucking pass.
No, you have to choose one.
I don't like college football then. No.
Jason,
I'm out, bro. UCF, South Florida Bulls, Florida International, JU, any other fucking team, bro. Never one of those. I can't do it. No, I won't play a game right then. I can't do that. It's nope. It's so. I mean, no, it's not. You made me pause for half a second, and I'm pissed that I paused. It's not. It's neither. Nope. Can't do it.
You got to drop off the map with it, right?
I'm out then. I probably went into the Gainesville hole trying to fucking save it. I mean, I don't know. I can get you, and then I died. Nope.
That's not what I was expecting.
He cheats at everything, dude.
You shut the fuck.
It's not even a secret anymore.
So man.
No, I would rather not watch college football at that point.
Wow.
Nope.
He's like not even fucking recording with us tonight now, dude. You pissed him off.
Yeah, I'm out, bro.
Two Drink, do you know that like tonight was the first night I think I decoded your Twitter handle? That the
you were today's years old?
Yeah, with the FL at the beginning of your handle.
I've been trying to hide it for a long time.
Is for Florida, right? Yep. I guess I'm so used to seeing FF in front of every fucking Twitter handle that like I just maybe assumed that it was just FF 2 drink minimum. That's probably what I like type in too.
There's one for every state.
yeah, right. Right.
All the other ones were taken.
Two drink was taken by some dude that never even fucking tweeted, and I was like, really? All right, where do I live? Here we go. I'm a Florida fan. Let's do it.
Oh, seriously?
I also know.
Yeah, that's for real.
Yeah, and then you were like, but it like kind of from Fantasy Life because it was back then.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit, it kind of is too. But
it is.
In my head, it really wasn't. And then you're like, but it works, and I was like, sure.
That's just what I thought.
Just happy coincidence.
Fantasy Life, right? Okay, that actually, I mean,
where it all started. Like, if you really want to get into
right.
I thought it was Fantasy Life forever.
Origin stories.
Right.
Can you guys think of a better? What would be the best bio for the person that actually has at two? like I would like to think that it probably says at 2 drink, and the bio goes sober since '94. Go Kane.
Go Kane. Wow. Oh man, it's messed up, dude.
Jeez, J-Ma. Hey, shout out to all the sober people out there. Gee whiz.
Indeed. Shout out.
It literally, there's nothing there. That's how cool that is. Literally.
Doesn't even have an AV.
Thanks for using that. Good job.
What was funny is when I was
Krista.
Krista. Oh yeah.
Is that her name?
When I was composing my tweet for the show, I kept typing in
2 drinks available.
Is it? What are you doing? Get on.
Somebody
Why do we have a show right now?
I'm taking it.
Do that.
I don't want it.
I kept typing in to drink and your name or you wouldn't come up. And
no, look, if you want to get to me, you better type all that shit
you
out.
got the FL. Yeah, you got to go FL.
You should add a few numbers behind it, just random ones like 83247
0.
Exactly those, unless they're not taken. So
yes,
I forgot it. I'll listen back.
Okay. Well, I think at this point,
Barry White.
Oh yeah, nice try. I've been podcasting with him for 3 years. He didn't give me shit. All right, we are live. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Look, everyone. Hello. Look to your left. Look to your right. Yeah, it's us. It's the open bar. It's Tuesday. It's not. Hey, wait a second. Am I in the right location? Who calls us out whenever like it's not you in the middle? Like people get upset about that. Yeah, like trust me, I am hardly a co-host to this show. This is entirely J Mike's show, and I just am graceful that I get to show up every week. So
you're ish.
Exactly. This is J. Yeah, no, 100%. This is J Mike and the open bar with co-host Ish for sure.
Fuck you,
right.
with the faith.
And we are really, I'm probably the only reason that there is an Ish. And that's not boastful at all. That's like an entirely disorganizational quality of mine that makes us start at 9:50 Eastern. So anyway, J Mike, welcome to the show, my friend, my main co-host, my guy. What's good, dude?
Listen, man, another day closer to the actual season. Things are still looking good. Still nothing crazy with these COVID tests. Still no outbreaks. We're getting actual live footage with people running around with pads on. AJ Dillon has captivated the hearts and minds of physical fitness folks everywhere. We're ready. We're excited. This is gonna be a fun time, and I'm excited to be able to jump into it. But more than anything, as I was introducing you all to the game that my wife actually was given today, for those that obviously didn't get the beauty of seeing behind the scenes, here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and my wife actually received the game from someone called Cincinnatiopoly. And so many of the wonderful sites that Gabe was able to take in during his time here last summer, like Skyline Chili is on there. Both colleges here that are local, Xavier, UC, they're both on there. It's a star-studded game, and I'm excited to be able to play this pretty soon. And especially, Gabe, for whatever reason, if hopefully I can come down there before the year ends or whenever we're able to see each other again, I'm bringing that to Texas, and we're going to play Cincinnatiopoly, and I'll even bring some Skyline Chili to share. How's it sound, bud?
You had me at Skyline, man.
I'm
in. So I will load up on the cinnamon because that's my problem. That's my only problem with Skyline is there's not enough cinnamon in the chili. So I am ready. You can probably actually bring that though. Like not straight from the store, but you said they have cans, right?
They do have cans.
Yeah.
And all of its runny goodness, quote unquote.
Like at the grocery store, or like they are ready to buy.
Like ready to buy, like cans, like a can of green beans, if you will. So they have a can of chili, like Skyline.
But you go to Skyline and you're like, I could get the fresh stuff, or I'll just take the shit on the can that's been there for 3 years.
No, I mean like they have
can it is.
Store. But honestly, arguably could be better. Could be better.
They always say like chili's better like the day after, right? Well, what about fucking 3 years later in a can?
Yeah, exactly.
Super better.
So it's got a lot of cinnamon in it.
The can is totally worse. You can get the frozen stuff too, but that's even worse.
Don't do that.
Am I seriously the only one that when he said star-studded, I thought that was the segue to introduce us?
Apparently so.
All right, we do that.
and welcome. These are our guests.
The game was star-studded. Remember?
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
Not only is the name of that game star-studded, but so are our guests at the open bar tonight. August 18th, 2020. Pandemic, baby. COVID. What's good? We've got 4 guests with us tonight. All vets to the show. All right. J Mike just continues to ask people that he's comfortable, speaking to. And I will continue to go over his head and speak to people that he has never spoke to in his life.
Here we go.
Look, you don't even know what happens behind the scenes at the open bar. But if you want to, get behind us, see what's really going on between J Mike and myself, we'll give you access to all of our DMs, our personal talkings and things. So if you go to patreon.com / open bar. All right. Aardvark, dude, Finero.
What's up?
What is good, dude? Welcome back to the show again. Love the background. It is fire. I need to get rid of the names here so people can see what is actually good.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Got a pretty dope setup.
Yeah, I've worked on. Actually, it was birthed on my first time on the open bar. It's when I first set it all up.
And the man has a mixer. I see that too. I don't think I saw that. I think I didn't see that last time. What are you working with here, Finero?
A couple things, a little Mackie mixer over there, a little short.
There's no mixer on the open bar.
Swags is upset.
The official mixer of the open bar. The official mixer of the open bar. Finero.
Right
FF mixer. What's good?
I need an FF handle. I don't have an FF handle. I have an AA handle.
That's true.
You definitely have an FF handle that you need to have one.
You should use FL now just to confuse everybody. Like, wait, Finero's from Florida too?
Yeah. Hey, that made sense.
Like Finero.
That made sense until I remembered that Fantasy Life was a thing.
At FL Artmark TV.
Yes, there you go. That works.
What does the TV stand for?
Transylvania.
That's a wonderful question, actually.
All right.
It's FF. Nothing's in a vacuum. Come on.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
Isn't it just television?
In a vacuum.
Isn't TV television?
Yes. Yes,
Nailed
TV
it.
is television.
Nailed it.
All
Only
right.
in Michigan, not in Florida.
On to the next. On to the next. Swags. You certainly brought the swag with the attire tonight, man. Just looking absolutely fresh.
Yes.
Okay. It is Shoeval City. How you doing, man?
How's it going? Thanks for having us all on. This is awesome.
I was looking at this. I give J Mike heck here and there for acquiring all of these guests to bring onto the show, but really this is actually a pretty good lineup, J Mike. I saw some connections between the FLs, the Fevers, the super flexibles, all of these things, and I saw the connection. So I see what you're doing there. I saw the 2 drink. I saw the 3rd mic.
No, dude.
I saw the J Mike.
It's awesome.
Hey, I see.
Yeah.
I see it. I see what you're doing, and I appreciate it.
Genius.
I appreciate you guys though. Like these guys coming on here, and then all of us being here. I mean, these are guys that I enjoy a ton, and I work with a ton. They put up with me a ton, and now we all get to do it together. So I don't know. I'm pretty stoked about tonight's show. Definitely in my comfort zone. If I get out of line, I'll try to do it to somebody I'm really comfortable with.
Can't wait.
You came to the right place.
Definitely going that way.
Can't wait.
No, dude. Honestly, though, like jokes aside, I don't know. I appreciate everybody here a ton. I mean, the people I'm working with every day. I mean, we're always texting, talking about shit. you two for bringing us on. I don't know, man. I'm stoked. Yeah. So I'll try to mellow out a little bit, but
Please don't. Please don't.
Make no promises.
Please don't. A lot of good names coming up here for Finaro here.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What do we got? What do we got?
FF Mix a lot. Sir Mix a lot. What was the open bar mixer? Yeah. You are the mixologist of the open bar, really.
I like
FF mixologist works
kind of
too.
like
Man,
it.
Yeah, I love it.
God, I just love giving birth to fantasy football analyst J Mike. Don't you? You know?
We say I feel it deep down in my plum.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's checking to make sure these handles are available. Like, lock these down for us.
Yeah, don't get me too excited.
Yeah. No, we have an open
George?
bar
George
bot
knows.
to lock all those up for us. All right. Next guest here. Not one, not two, but the third Mike. And also sharing the third Mike. Why don't we have a handle for just our 4 guests every time?
It's so money.
Yeah. Right.
The chat is all one tonight. Shout out to Gabe. You can try to deny them all right now, but you can't.
Oh my God.
See,
I don't know about hookers
that-
and blow.
Hey, Mike, you
I've
actually
always
know
kinda
that I
thought
can't
Mike
see it
should
right
have
now.
been spelled M-I-C.
It's true.
All right.
But it's on his
FL3.
actual.
Joshua, could you change that to at the third mic with a C?
Please don't.
2 drinks against. Hey.
All right. Anyway, Mike, the third.
Appreciate your faith.
Mike the third. How are you tonight, my man?
Mike the Third is doing well. I'm glad to be here with my co-hosts. Shout out to a throwback. Yeah, you're laughing.
You got to do that.
What I'm talking about.
Do it
Finaro.
again without laughing.
I do.
Do it without laughing.
I
There you
definitely know
go.
what you're talking about.
FL3 mic maximum. I think that's pretty dope.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
No, I'm happy to be tagging along with my buds here. Maybe we'll get some bets tonight. Maybe my fingers will be busy. Oh, that doesn't sound right. All right, 2 drinks turn.
Moving on.
Feels like it's been a while since we've made a bet. So yeah, we'll have to put you to work maybe.
Oh, we can definitely find something, I'm sure.
I'll
All
make
right.
up
2 drink.
I'll make up
I was also going to say that I know there are organizations in Florida that require a 2 drink minimum. Do you have a favorite?
I don't know. There's a couple small ones just right around me. So yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
There's a St. Augustine brewery that has
All right.
has a comedy club come in there. It's pretty sweet. Just most people don't know about. So it's nice. I like to keep it that way. Now that I'm saying on open bar, everybody's gonna fucking go.
I know. In
what
quotes,
open
Wouldn't it be
bar
sweet
does.
if we could have
I
Mike's dad on?
Oh my God, the second mic.
We could bring second mic in.
If you want to talk about the Browns, he's your guy.
I mean, that's what this podcast is all about. In 2018.
Well, yeah, because it's sponsored by Skyline Chili, right?
Yeah.
We do get way too many shout outs to not actually be sponsored by Skyline.
They weren't
There's
all
levels.
great shout outs, but you know.
There's levels to that Browns joke. There you go.
Ooh,
Indeed.
dang, Mike.
I know all too well. All right. 2 drink. I didn't ask you how you're doing. Sorry. What's up, man? How are you? What's good?
I'm great now. I'm great. I'm stoked to be here. Like Swag said, these are all my peeps right here. So it's fun to get them all together and to have, you, Man Bun, and J Mike together. I always love watching you guys. So this is gonna be fun, and I'm gonna have to make a beer run soon. But we'll get there.
Isn't it funny, J Mike, that people say like, oh, I'm so excited to be here. Can't wait to see what we do. And like
We do nothing.
we
That's
don't
perfect.
we don't
It's
we don't know
together.
what that is. We don't even know what that is yet.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's good.
sometimes J Mike brings like Jeopardy, but that's like the most prepared we've ever been for a show. So,
And I feel like he didn't prepare that well for tonight, so probably not getting Jeopardy.
yeah,
Not Jeopardy well.
he's hoping these intros last like an hour and a half.
It's an absolute event. I mean, you wake up and you got the open bar on your mind. I mean, people
Yeah.
look forward to this. I don't know. Yeah, you wear that shit, man. I don't know. You guys are dope as fuck. So happy to be here, man.
FL dope as fuck.
I'm guessing that everybody that's here with us, like Third Mike, Finero, Two Drink, I bet you this was on their mind within 5 minutes after they woke up today.
Absolutely.
I mean, it even made my shitty day better throughout the day because I was like, guess what? Just got to get to 9:30, buddy. If I get to 9:30, like it's all gravy from there. I'm awful. I don't give a fuck. We can set a new standard. We don't have
Open bar is definitely inventish. It's an eventish.
Oh, indeed.
Zach
I
brought
think
up
everybody in my house says ish more now.
Oh, I do. Zach brought up on Twitter. He's like, "How dare Hard Knocks try to go up against the open bar?"
Yeah, they don't.
The second
They don't
episode.
fucking know.
Yep.
What poor planning?
FF engineer said that same shit
I
too.
believe Kev said that as well.
Yeah.
You know, two geniuses out on Twitter saying
They know what's up.
two of the same. Yeah. I mean, look, HBO, if you want to come at the Kings.
I'm not Troy King. You shut up down there.
If HBO was worth a damn, open bar would open it or own it, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
You
HBO
have the open bar
O
time.
stands for
They
open,
grabbing everything.
right?
I don't know if you
HBO
didn't
is
already own Breakdown, Super Flexible, and Rookie Fever, but maybe that's why you got to see it tonight, just to make sure you took them all, right? Just keep
Right.
adding.
Got to.
That's
HBO
really well.
is
That's
Three at
really
a
why we're all
time.
here.
HBO is actually supposed to be read backwards. Open bar hour.
Of course I did. Faith.
Hours, you know, because it's ish.
Right?
All right. J Mike, what do you got, man? What do you got? A show sheet? We didn't have any you know,
HBO don't
for
want
lack
no
of a
smoke.
the lack of a better term, rooks tonight. To bring us a show sheet to have things to speak about. So what do we got, man? What do you got for me?
So there were at least a couple of things that I wanted to knock out this evening. And one of the more egregious things that I did previously was when we had Finero on. We were egregious, yes. When we had FF Vacuum on previously. And for that matter, FF0G, we were not able to do any kind of real rookie talk. We never jumped into some burning questions that I had and that I often have specifically for them when they talk rookies on Rookie Fever, when they talk rookies on Breakdown, because I know right now that Jason's actually Chenault over everything, which crazy
Damn
as it
near,
is,
bro.
I'm
Damn near.
I'm slowly making my way there.
Ooh.
So I do want to talk some rookies this evening, and really, it's and here's the thing, it's totally one word answers. So this is the game. Obviously,
Never one word.
I have to pull out an open bar staple.
I'll try.
To be able to really do tonight justice. So that's what we're going to do. One word answers only. Everyone in the chat, please make sure you play along as well. If you're listening to this in podcast form, I'd love for you to be able to play along too, because we'll have a lot of fun. This is the rookie version of one word answers, which, you know, if you don't say one word, that's how you win the game. Gabe, you were able to get into the chat this evening?
What?
Were you able to get
I
into
don't
chat?
know how.
Don't know what you're talking about.
From here.
What? What?
Did you just type something in the chat?
No. It
I
says
didn't type
Dude,
this.
from my
Who typed
phone.
this?
that actually says the open bar. So you're
Unbelievable.
mistaken.
Unbelievable. All right, moving on. Oh, and the extra special
Oh my
shout
God.
out before I even get to the game. I'm just going all over the place right now. Shout out to the good folks over at Dynasty Rewind. Bauer sent me a shirt, and I put it up on Twitter. And
Really?
it's one of the sicker, if not sickest,
Hey.
logos in the game. And I was very, very happy when I received it. So shout out to those boys. Bauer, Nate, Porkman, Chef, Garrett Price. Appreciate y'all.
That's that dope, like elementary school picture, picture day feel. That's dope.
It really does.
Right?
I open it up because usually my wife's not really worried about like my FF shirts or randomness that comes in the mail, whatever.
Yeah.
And she looked at that one and she said, "Oh man, look at those throwback designs are really coming back. That's nice." I said, "Excuse me, you like this? Okay, then this is good." So it transcends fantasy, so that's great. All right, here we go. One word answers. Chat, you're here with us. Let's do this. One word answers. The rookie running back, not named CEH, that will most disappoint in 2020. One word answers only. We'll start with you, Finero.
Oh, damn it.
Done. He is
He heard you, right?
I'll go with Vaughn. Keyshawn
Who
Vaughn.
you got?
I'll go with Vaughn.
Okay. Flags.
So am I? Do I have to say somebody different? Do I have to say somebody different, or
No, you say whoever you want.
Chill out,
Whoever you
Dingus.
want to be.
Wait.
I'm taking Vaughn as well.
Fuck.
I'll say Keyshawn to change it up.
Third mic.
Moss.
Jason.
It's Akers. It's higher than everybody else picked too. Y'all are lame. Picking weak shit way back. Come on.
Wow.
I'm just answering the question.
Wow.
Michael Bauer can chill out though. That's not right.
Nope. Taylor in the chat.
Jordan Richards can chill out. That's not right.
Yeah, y'all can go back to hookers and blow.
Gabe, hey, what is it? What's your answer?
Sure, I'll have fun. Swift. Oh yeah, Swift.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna pause. That's gonna be fun.
How triggering.
I mean, you could. We've been through. Well, hold up. What's yours, J Mike?
That's fair.
You didn't
Don't
play.
you
You
do
want to
it,
play your
dude.
game, J Mike.
One word, Joker.
Yeah, good night. Yeah, try it.
One.
Can't say CEH. Faith.
Akers.
It's in the rules.
Good pick, J Mike.
I mean, I think we've been here before on these
Thanks for that.
these rookie running backs that they are playing behind another running back already. And if not playing behind, they're certainly sharing the backfield with said running back. So you're hoping for, the wrong things as a human for them to be successful. So unless they just literally outperform them somehow, and those vets that were already there and doing just relatively fine before are just straight up benched. I mean, I see Akers being a great answer just because, like, out of kind of all, or we couldn't say CEH, but like Akers is a good answer, but it's also not, because it kind of seems like he has the path ahead of him without a veteran, and that has that you can't deny a spot as a starting running back in the league. I mean, Ingram is an RB1 for 5 out of the last 7 years or whatever, Marlon Mack had a couple of good years too. And he's still there. Or if you want to talk Naheem Hines and whatnot. Who else were people saying? Oh, and Carry On. I mean, people were nuts about him for the last 2 years, and now we're all of a sudden not, just because Swift was drafted there. I don't know. I think Akers
nuts is a good word.
I think Akers has the clearest path though.
But that's the thing though. So in
that argument alone, just as far as like a running back that is ahead of him. Because Henderson, put those 4 running backs on the scale. Sorry, J Mike. Put those 4 running backs on the scale of Darrell Henderson, Kerryon Johnson, Marlon Mack, and Mark Ingram. If you're going to draft those,
Fair.
Darrell Henderson's probably fourth a lot of times out of 10.
Fair.
Should be.
And yeah, that's mostly my point. Just that standalone argument, and that's obviously not fair, but just a piece to the puzzle.
You're right in that, Gabe, and that is 100% of the reason, because I've been tossing this about the last several days in some of these charity drafts we've been doing, and best balls and underdogs, things of that nature. That's the thing that's messing with me the most is a lot of people. Shout out to the homie D Bro, other Akers truthers out there. I like Akers. I think he can be a good player. I don't dislike Akers at all. The question becomes, what happens if legitimately they come out and it's very much a committee and he never quite snatches the job all year? And just like you said, Henderson being the fourth in that group, that'll be really disappointing. I think everyone universally will be disappointed if Cam Akers doesn't end up being the guy by the time year end comes, right? And so that's what I'm leaning on in terms of, I don't know that he's going to underperform, but I can definitely see it being disappointing. I can see Henderson being just pesky enough to be able to keep Akers' value down from what I think people expect. So
Malcolm Brown getting work too. Y'all can shit on it all you want to.
Around too. So I just don't, and because I don't disagree with that point at all, Gabe. I think that's money. Henderson probably is fourth amongst the group, but if Akers doesn't really come out and by whatever week you want to put on it, isn't the guy that just snatches stuff, like I'm gonna be disappointed. It'll be sad to see that.
And I'm with you, especially compared to where we had to take him with what the other guy said. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like y'all don't need as much to happen, for Zach Moss. You know what I mean? For him to get to what we expect out of Akers. I'm not saying Moss won't outscore Akers, but I'm just saying where you took him and what you're expecting to get from him now isn't going to equal up at the end of the year.
All right. Next answer here. Next question here.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn.
You're on the clock,
but where
bro.
you took him in a startup draft or where you took him in a rookie draft?
Either.
Well, but the total.
There's some difference there. That's fine, but
though.
Still, sure.
Because if you're,
but not compared to the players that y'all said.
Your rookies
he's still in front of everybody. You said
you're playing wrong. I guess
sure,
is
but
where I'm going.
But even in Dynasty, compared to the guys that y'all said, me and J Mike said Akers, right? Akers is being taken ahead of everybody else y'all said, I believe, at this point, right? So again, like, are you going to get exactly what you thought?
I see your
thought
point
you would
from
where you had?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that's all.
I do see your point there, but
doesn't mean Akers can't outscore your guys, but it might still be a disappointment.
But he's what 5 to 9 in rookie drafts probably. So
probably
if you drafted
to 5
within that range, I don't know. Once we get to like 105, like what are our expectations? They're probably inflated anyway, to be honest with you. And I love some rookies. I would love that, like, age those young guys. I have Akers all over the place, but
yeah.
So I don't know. I think your expectations in your rookie draft versus that rookie hype that you're using in your startup draft are two different things. That's the only reason I asked. That's the only reason I asked.
I don't even know the pieces, and I'm not going to look it up. I traded you Akers, right, earlier in the season, I think, in either Goats and Bros or Factory Work, one of that shit, right? And I had Henderson on my team. I would have given you Henderson. You didn't even ask for him. I would have given him in the trade for nothing. Are you upset you didn't do that now, or you still don't care about Henderson being a viable piece in fantasy this year? Hindsight 2020, sure, but
that free piece,
right?
If I could look back,
but you did not want it
I
then.
Don't care.
You could give a crap about Henderson
I have not
2 months ago,
looking
maybe
for one share of Henderson, not even at his lowest point,
right?
And I have none.
Point.
I don't know if I'm counting 25 leagues, he's in 0 of them. That 0 is easy to count.
So of the other people here, do you see anything from
0G.
Henderson this year? Now is it worth a piece, especially if it's cheap? Does it matter if you have Akers or not?
If it's super cheap,
I'm not. You weren't part of this. You were already out. You don't count now. The other 4.
Wow.
Damn.
You already passed on it.
Swag.
Nobody wants Henderson. Cool. That's cool. Sweet.
I
All right,
want
J-Mike, you're on the
I want
clock.
Henderson. I want Henderson.
I
Thank
do
you.
not.
Why not?
Especially if he's that cheap, why wouldn't you take just a piece of whatever that is? Because he showed you
Why
nothing
not?
last
Yeah.
year.
But if you want to give him to me, I will. But I'm not at all putting him in my search engine to answer your question.
Right.
I'm not at all looking to add him to my teams. If I
Right.
owned Akers and all of a sudden he showed up, I'm not going to counter back without him.
You're not giving a
think
second. You probably give a third if you had Akers.
I might give you a third. I'm not giving you a second.
Right.
I'm not about Henderson. No, if
Yeah,
that's what
I
you're
gotcha.
asking me, I'm not about Henderson. If you're asking me if I want him for free, sure.
Yeah.
And this is spiraling into the conversation that I wanted to have after we got through all the questions, but this is perfect too, because shout out to the big homie Kevin himself, the engineer. What's a disappointing season? So this is the two things that I lean a lot on of late, not of late, probably the last couple years. One, Jalen Rose always has this saying that I lean on, and I tell people this when I'm teaching new hire classes and doing trainings and whatnot. Happiness is a function of expectations. Usually, if you go to Chick-fil-A, you know that you don't have to worry about getting charged if you want extra Chick-fil-A sauce or extra whatever. Like, they're going to give you oodles and oodles of that. But if they gave you one and then told you have a nice day, you'd feel real sour, right? Like, my expectations were missed. Like, this is messed up. You know that when you go to Cane's, they're going to charge you out the wazoo every time you get a cane sauce. But if they fool around and shock and surprise you and give you a couple cane sauces and don't charge you for it, you're going to be happy, right? So the second thing being, Gabe, we had the homie and Zeno, I forgot. I think it's at the dude Z on Twitter. Loved having him on, and what he had taught us back in the day was when you have these expectations for players, like, that's what's going to help you determine how you feel about what this looks like. So when we look at what a disappointing season would be, and specifically when I answer Akers, my main thing is, if I think that he's likely to disappoint, because I think that everyone's expecting him to snatch the backfield, and I really hope that he does. Like, it would be great if he does. I just don't know. I'm not confident that that's going to happen. I'm not confident McVay's not gonna yank him around like he did Henderson last season or whatever else. So when I say disappointing, that's what I'm referring to with Akers. But I'm curious, when you all shout out you're disappointing, what are you seeing as disappointing? How are you all defining disappointments when you look at expectations for these guys that we're talking about? I'm
gonna say that real quick on Akers. Like if he's not getting 20 plus carries by the end of the season, y'all gonna be pissed, right? Like I feel like that's what, right? But I feel like that's where his expectation is. Like, Henderson is nothing, right? He means nothing to you. Nobody gives a shit about Malcolm Brown. So who else are taking the carries on that backfield? It's just him. So if he's not coming away with 20 plus every single game, then you're wrong on Henderson and Malcolm Brown probably, right? So then you are pissed at least year one Akers. I think that's where J-Mac is. That's where I'm at. Like, with that, you're expecting him to be the dude because Todd Gurley was, you know what I mean, in this offense. Henderson didn't mean anything last year. Malcolm Brown didn't really mean anything.
60% share. What if we don't talk about the number of carries, but the percentage that he carries the ball for the team?
I think that'd be a good number.
Yes, agreed.
So you think that they're going to run the ball 35 times a game?
Oh, I don't know the numbers behind it.
To get him down to that 20 carries? I mean, that's your expectations for the Rams and for Akers?
I'm saying the expectation that I feel like people have is that Henderson and Malcolm Brown will eventually fade to absolute dust.
Right.
And they'll supplement, and they'll have like
10 touches best a game.
Between the two guys. Yeah, right. Exactly. And I think that that's the expectation. What I'm saying is, out of all the rookie running backs that we're looking at, and Keyshawn Vaughn's faded to dust. And that's why I didn't ask him. I didn't talk about him. It's Rojo season always.
Whatever. You're such a phony, bro.
Don't you start.
Agumba is big now.
Unbelievable.
I have been supporting him all summer, and once Keyshawn Vaughn went to the Bucks, you got so scared.
You are
Bruce Arians. I'm not.
You're unbelievable.
I will go back. I will go back to DMs. I will.
You're full of it. You're full of it. Draft night. I said we dodged a bullet because Rojo is safe because they got Keyshawn Vaughn. They
The
didn't go
second-
get any of the. Stop.
The second
I'm
round.
done.
No,
I'm done.
the second round, because we were worried about these top 5 running backs that we're talking about right now. Whatever. Neither here nor there. Anyway, what, J Mike? What? So this is this is it right here though.
800 yards. Is that a reasonable number?
I think you're pissed if he has 800 yards, but yes.
I only care about fantasy points. So RB 15 to 20 season is a great year. I think that's fair for all 5 of these running. I mean, CEH, you should be expecting a top 10 season with the 0 in front of him. But I guess, DeAndre Washington. Man, they have like all of the same running back on their team, don't they? It's kind of who's gonna run on first and second down.
That's a great question.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, I think that people are going to be they could be very well disappointed in like the first half of the dingus pointment. They could be disappointed in the dingus pointed in the first half of the season, just because that they haven't had enough opportunity yet, and maybe that transitions, but I don't even know if it fully like gets there yet. And if we're talking like season long, like a fantasy finish of RB 15, RB 20, like I wouldn't be surprised if all of these guys are like outside of RB 20, just because of who they're sharing the field with, barring injury. And if you look at a season-long finish, that's just it's not going to look good for them on face value, but like points per game, if you split it up with that on the splits, the RotoViz splits, or just see who is starting on from which week to which week, like it's probably going to look good for them. I don't know. The season-long is going to be tough for me to say. I think that for me to say that any of them are going to have like a positive season. I think that they all have a disappointing season and not an appointing season.
What about a dingus pointing season?
Hey.
She was disappointed at least like 14 times, however many fucking kids that dude's got. Just saying.
To your point, Gabe, I mean, Sanders is had a RB 15 season, and Jacobs was 21. I know he missed a game or two, but and they're both they're both considered big time dynasty assets right now, and they finished outside the top 15.
Yeah, and absolutely, I'm with you. It's just the idea that I hope that people like our top 5 dynasty or rookie dynasty picks right now are all running backs, and I hope that people aren't projecting RB 20 and above seasons just because of that they're,
and that's kind of where I'm at too. Yeah,
because it's okay if they don't, just based off their situation. For me, unless it's Akers, like I think the Akers should again have that clear cut edge ahead of those other guys.
Well, you better hope so. No, I'm just kidding. Moving on. Next question.
No, I have one more question.
Oh, sorry. Yes, go for it.
If Akers did have like, let's say 800 yards, 100 receiving, 4 to 6 touchdowns, is that disappointing?
Yes.
900 yards on the season, 5 touchdowns.
I think the question is going to be for like finish wise, like because when you say those numbers, I can't put them in the context of what most RB2.
I feel like that's not going to be good.
That's similar to probably like David Montgomery last year, and he was probably like RB 27. I'm guessing.
Sounds about right.
I think RB 27 would be disappointing for Cam Akers this year. Yes,
for Cam Akers.
You just said 15 to 20, and y'all both felt good about it. So
no, you said RB 27. You said RB 27.
Sure. Okay, so 3 out of it. That's fair. But we're very close. Like an RB2 has a weekly season, or an RB 27 has a weekly season or weekly like ceiling.
Yeah.
That could. I mean, I guess what I'm trying
He's
to
got
say
a couple
is maybe
good
our
games in there.
expectations are a little too high for rookies, and especially like coming into a COVID
rookie
season
fever
here. But we talk about that, man. We've been.
No, I know.
And so that's kind of what I'm saying, and that's why I asked, like, is it a rookie pick or is it in the startup? Like, which value do you have a problem with? Because it's totally different if you're taking him in the 4th or 5th round as your first or second running back and being dependent on him throughout the season because you wanted an Akers share that bad than if you had the 5th through 8th pick and you felt like you got a steal at 8 and got Akers, and you had a decent team last year where you're not even relying on Akers. Like, what are our expectations for rookies? Like, not disappointment. Like, these, I don't know, man. And especially coming into this season, like, my expectations are lower than ever for my favorite rookies that you hear me yell about.
Right.
And maybe disappointment has to be usage, right? Like Damian Harris had no usage last year. Henderson had no usage last year. So if all of a sudden, to Gabe's point, if Akers, who has the clearest path, winds up getting 40% of the backfield, that's disappointing. But it's not because Akers was disappointing, right? It's going to be the usage. And it goes back to like what we've been saying on Rookie Fever for a while. It's like this shortened off season is not to anyone's benefit. I would say in particular the wide receivers, where we're focusing on the running backs at this point, but those wide receivers in particular are really gonna have a hard time. I'm not gonna say that there aren't going to be one or two that still wind up figuring it out in a very short period of time because they're just smart football players, but the expectations in particular for the wide receivers they have to be much lower.
Like, is it weird? I feel safer about Moss, even like just for this year, and maybe even Akers. Like, is it only Singletary in his way? Are you really worried about TJ Yeldon? And like, and that team wants to run more,
I don't hate
right?
Only Singletary? That's disrespectful.
Well, Fanero's here, and I don't really fucking like Singletary. So,
I mean, throw him into
doesn't
those
that feel
other
more
4
clear?
guys.
To me, that one feels more clear and at least safer. I know that team wants to run. Right. I don't know that the Rams are going to be in a situation where they get to run as much as they want to. I think Buffalo will be there. If Moss is even only taking the Frank Gore away, and you still believe that Singletary is what he is, and Moss isn't better than him in any facet of play, A, you're fucking wrong, but B, then that's fine. Like, there's still enough touches there for Moss on a weekly basis for me to feel better about him in my starting lineup than even Akers until I see it. Right, if Akers takes it, then maybe it's too late, and I can't switch from Moss to Akers. But Moss feels safe, even as a rookie, in what I expect his touches to be. Am I by myself there?
No, I agree with you. I just don't understand
how I got there.
The Singletary part.
Especially Jason, as a newfound Florida Atlantic fan. Like, I mean, this is beyond you, young fella. This is beyond you.
But to be fair to Two Drinks' point, like, with the metrics we're using, Singletary was a failure last year, or a disappointment.
Sure.
If Singletary was a disappointment last year,
with the expectations we're giving for these rookies to not be a disappointment, yes, I'd say that he was probably outside of. He probably finished behind David Montgomery, who I know gets shat on quite often. So, I mean, with the rules that we've given for these rookies to be disappointing, I think Singletary was disappointing last year.
But that's the thing too. So even when we look at it through this lens of who's meeting my expectations, who's not meeting my expectations, and I'm not saying that you're saying this. I'm just saying this is something that we all need to be cognizant of.
Who's saying
is that?
Why are you attacking him, J-Mike?
No, not at all.
Fucking get him. Let's get him.
because he's making the point. He's making a great point. But the thing is, the bar isn't the same for everyone, right? We've got different bars. That's a bar, Gabe. We've got different bars for everyone.
Boom.
Okay.
Put that in Superflex intro.
Yes.
All right,
he's
guys. That's
Sorry.
enough.
That's enough.
I did not say, oh my gosh, you're the worst, Gabe. The worst. Point being, I don't know that Devin Singletary disappointed in that. What was he, a second or was he a third or fourth round pick? Third or fourth round pick, and he got hurt. But in the games where he actually did get a decent amount of touches, like I think this is me remembering back. My mind's been crazy in 2020, so maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like a lot of instances he was pretty efficient with the touches that he did get, even though he wasn't world beating, and even though he didn't necessarily overtake the immortal Frank Gore. So when I look back at Singletary, I don't know that I see him as a disappointment, and I want to transition to something else because this is a great discussion, but I don't want to belabor or beat down this point because I feel like, man, this is good. This is really good. I've enjoyed this. I really have. And just real quick, when we look at our website, Gabe and my website here, Dynasty League Football. Gabe, I don't know if you saw where we greenlit the overlay change for the ADP.
I was just gonna
page.
say, the ADP. I wasn't sure when they were gonna roll this out for us, but now that I've seen it tonight, and I'm like, wow, guys, good job.
Yeah, they cleaned it up. It's much friendlier to the eye. So, we've got guys who are really putting in work over at DLF. So thank you all for your sacrifice and your efforts. It doesn't go unappreciated. It doesn't go unnoticed.
We'll be sending you a free DLF subscription for your Christmas bonus.
You got you guys. Taking care of y'all. No, but for real, shout out to the folks at DLF. Appreciate y'all. When we look at August 2020 startup ADP, and we're just looking at the running backs. I like to peek at this every now and again. This is really interesting. So, and I'm curious. One word answers, so we can get through this quick. One word answers. Who would you rather have? Kareem Hunt or Cam Akers?
Cam Akers.
Akers.
I'll take Akers as well.
Okay. Gabe?
Akers.
Okay. Who would you rather have? Cam Akers? Austin Eckler?
Man,
I'll take
just
Eckler.
not an Eckler guy, man.
I'll take Eckler.
Akers.
I'm
We're
taking
talking
Akers
2020?
too, dude. I'm taking Akers too. Is
Jason,
this? I mean, that's a
I
good
would take
question,
Eckler.
Panero. Is this for Dynasty or just for 2020?
yeah, Dynasty.
I
I'm
assume
going
Dynasty.
Akers for sure.
I switched to Akers.
Okay.
I'd take Eckler.
Oh shit, we had a shirt change.
I know. Why did you
He's
pause your
fresh.
camera?
FL.
You're muted, FL. You're muted.
Keep this going. How
FL
many
mute.
shirts can we wear in one night?
I brought a couple, so we'll find out. I spilled beer on that one, so
Fun.
Shift change.
I did not hear the question. Who was it?
Cam Akers or Kareem Hunt?
This year, Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Fucking Hunt. Whatever.
Dynasty.
I'll take Hunt. He's more talented.
The next
Okay.
one was Akers.
All right.
Akers.
We
Eckler.
all the rest of us got that one correct except for you. And then the next one was
Disagree.
Akers or Eckler.
Akers or Eckler?
Dynasty.
It's still Eckler. I guess I hate Akers. Shit.
I think you do. I
Yeah,
think your
you should.
Florida, your Florida State hate has gone too far.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll take Eckler though. Yeah.
I could have sworn that you were a fan of Florida State by the end of our first segment there. So,
I don't know what you're drinking, but that shit is strong.
I could have sworn that you picked Florida State over my. Anyway,
Roll that shit back. Okay. That is not how it went. Not even stand for that blasphemy.
all right, I've got one more for you. Cam Akers
The other guy.
or
Now you have to say something ludicrous.
Apparently, that's where I am at this point.
This is a callback, Gabe. We're not going to linger here, but we'll call back real fast. Cam Akers or Terry McLaurin?
McLaurin. Scared Terry. F1. I don't give a shit what you call him.
I'll take McLaurin.
Can I also take McLaurin and then cash out at some point this year? I feel like that's the better play.
You can do whatever you want to do.
Part of your pick.
Yep.
That's how I'm doing it.
I would do Akers, but for like a 2-year plan of the
Did I
same
say
thing
that?
that you just said. Because you figure even if he doesn't hit this year, they'll probably use him more next year, right? And if he, I don't know, I like what his potential could be, and then you can always you could churn and burn him for that value. I mean, like.
Tulenko, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing. I feel like
I'm
you're
sorry.
Right?
That's what I saw. I was like, is that what I saw?
The chat is playing a major role
Thank
tonight.
you, Dingus. No doubt, apparently.
I felt Akers hated. Oh my god,
I'm about to take that shit.
that's funny.
I like
I'm sorry.
it.
Third mic, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, I miss Florida State is poo poo. See, now I'm paying attention. No, just
That's right.
For a similar idea as what you just said about McLaurin, I feel like with the quote unquote clearer path in front of him, even if Akers is a quote unquote disappointment to you this year, I don't think that is the case. The year after, and if he becomes what we think he could become, I think his high point value is much more valuable than if McLaurin becomes what we think he can become, because we've pretty much already seen what we thought he could become at the most, right? Did I just confuse everybody? Sorry.
No,
I think you're wrong.
no.
I'm with you.
Sometimes I don't know what's coming out of my mouth, but like I just feel like I like his potential higher value, and I feel like his clear path gives him a way there, and I don't have those Florida State blinders. I guess I don't know.
What's
Better
in
to
McLaurin's way though this year? Like nothing.
I don't think anything is in McLaurin's way, but let's say McLaurin has he has a somewhat better year than last year, and that's being generous considering who he's getting throws from. And then
They can both grow in year 2, but fair.
Yeah, sure. And so let's say Akers has that. We'll call it the RB 15 year. So he's still disappointing to you, but the rest of us feel pretty good about it, right?
15 is as high as they picked earlier, 15 to 20. But go ahead.
Right, but that's still disappointing to you, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So which one do you think will command more value going forward?
The running back value is fair. I think what Kevin said that in the chat. That's fair that wise if he pops. I see nothing in McLaurin's way of him exceeding at least what he did last year. Right?
I mean, there's no person in his way for sure.
Right.
Except for his quarterback, right?
Obviously, I'm down on Akers more than everybody else in this chat except for J Mike, it feels like. But I'm out on McLaurin after this year. Clearly, they want another wide receiver in the mix, but literally everybody else fell out this year. So clearly.
Dan Snyder's in his way. Agree.
Everybody else got hurt. I'm not worried about the Golden Gandy, however you want to call him there, whatever his name is. Yeah, McLaurin's got a uptick from what he did last year. No, at least a little, and then we got to get out. Don't hold it too long.
I think you're right. I think he has a better year, and he missed time. I don't know, man. I hate this one. To be completely honest with you, like if this trade hit my inbox, either way, whether I'm the Akers or the McLaurin owner, and I'm giving up either, I don't like it because I want both of them on my team, and I think that it's a really good
agreed
value comparison, like wide receiver, rookie, running back wise. Man, it's so tough. We haven't seen what if we get burnt? You take Akers now and then you get burnt when we've seen McLaurin hit. So that's what's in the back of my head right now a little bit more than anything, because yes, I want Akers, but I'm also a realist and I understand that all the bullshit J Mike and Two Drink we're talking about could happen. Like that is a feasible
bullshit. You hear that?
Outcome. Even if I don't want it to happen, like we should be ready for any of these rookies to disappoint us, even your favorite ones, even CEH folks. But man, I think I'm taking Akers here, and I'm going to go with the risk a little bit and hope that he gains some value, and I'll get Preston Williams from somebody if I need a wide receiver. Like I'll go make stuff happen in other ways. There's so much wide receiver depth, and yeah, I'll take Akers. This one's so close. I hate this one, J Mike.
So you go Akers because it's RB and just the lack of depth there. And that's fair to play that way. That's fair.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna just push it a little bit for me there.
Look,
Yeah,
I like McLaurin,
I mean,
but I'm out on him early in the season, right? On a spike game, I'm ready to get out. I think earlier in the season, I can give up McLaurin to get Akers plus before Akers exceeds enough value to give me McLaurin plus this year, because I'm out.
Right.
I'm out of McLaurin. At some point this year, I don't want to hold it into the offseason. They're bringing another wide receiver
but
in.
there's risk in everything we do here. Like we're saying,
Sure, then take the fucking wide receiver
if
because
he
it's
hits,
less
but I
risk.
could say if McLaurin gets hit week 1.
Sure.
So but McLaurin just got hurt week 1, and now I don't even want him.
Guys.
All right.
Sure.
All right. So
If Henderson isn't as garbage as you say he is.
What were you saying, Gabe?
why is it? I mean, all right.
McLaurin over Akers this year. Fucking board it.
Why are we so concerned
That's
about
not what I'm
the?
saying.
Well, I am. Put Third Mike to work.
So
I'm not bored of that.
Cortland Sutton
Thank you.
has
Point made.
has no targets around him last year, I guess, or kind of, sort of throughout the season. He kind of really had to fight his way to become the wide receiver 1 last year. And it just kind of seemed that cream may have risen to the top like a nice icing on the cake. And then McLaurin, same way. And that now he's just the target monster there because no one's there.
Right.
But they want to bring someone else in, or whatever Two Drink is saying.
Next year.
And then Sutton, they bring in, allegedly a very good wide receiver, a couple of them. A tight end last year, another tight end this year, a running back this year. They already did that with Sutton, and some people are legitimately concerned about that. But like, that's a lot of targets to accumulate over time for Sutton. McLaurin is like, what? Like why you're acting? We're acting like he's not going to be something already whenever those next pieces come in. Like, obviously pieces are going to come in. It's the Washington football franchise. Okay. They have to bring in talented skill players, whoever, but what if McLaurin is their skill player, is their number 1 wide receiver? That's okay. He can be their F1, that he can be their elite playmaker and bring in complementary pieces. I mean, like, yeah, that's how football teams are made, right? You're going to bring skill players to surround people that matter. And
but I
don't understand why we can't treat McLaurin as such with such an elite rookie season. That tells you that something very good is going to come.
And then still went and offered Amari Cooper more money than what Dallas did, and Amari tried to stay there, right? Like, if we don't see that as them trying to bring in a wide receiver 1, then I don't know what else is, right? That to me right there tells me. And they couldn't do that. And then with their very first pick, right, they take Gibson, and their next pick they take Antonio Gandy Golden, right? They're trying to bring another piece there. They will bring another piece there, whether through free agency or again in the draft. They need to bring more pieces around Haskins or whatever quarterback is going to be there. Sutton is fighting for targets now from every direction, and that's now from Drew Lock, that we hope takes the next step and becomes this amazing guy that people are seeing. And Noah Fant at DLF tight end 4 now? Is that right? I listened to that somewhere. Is that correct? Holy shit! How is those targets coming?
I see tight end 8 right now.
Okay. I
Yeah,
swear I
he's
listened
tight
to a
end
pod and they said he was up to 4, and I was like, that's crazy. Even 8 is nuts. Where are those targets coming from? How is Sutton holding on to his target? Who was competing with Sutton last year? Can we name those wide receivers?
Hey, man, you better put some respect on Tim Patrick's name. I know that much.
Thank you very much. Right.
Sanders for
Deshaun
half a year.
Hamilton. Yeah, that's
Yeah, man,
a
you'll send
good
him
name
half
to feel, right? Yeah. Gross.
Sanders for half the year was actually legitimate.
Fair. That's fair.
Emmanuel Sanders is so good.
And then Sutton took off when Sanders wasn't there, right?
No, he actually did
Or
better
did it
when
get worse?
Sanders was there. Yeah, it got a
So
little bit
he
worse.
needs another piece. And then they brought a shit ton of pieces.
I don't know if it's that
Do
simple.
you trust Drew Lock?
Could be.
Do you trust Drew Lock? Let's start there.
Look, I don't give a shit because I trust Cortland Sutton. I think that he is a good wide receiver. I think that
Over McLaurin this year?
I think Odell Beckham Jr. is a good wide receiver, a great wide receiver.
Okay.
I think I'm not necessarily concerned about a landing spot as much with a wide receiver. Sure, there are maybe some things that you have to consider eventually if you're getting down to like your second or third string quarterbacks throwing you the ball, then yeah, they take a dip. But ultimately in dynasty, you'd think that their value is going to hold out just based off of the talent alone of that wide receiver. It shows over time that it's not going to affect them.
It's fair. I've been less on Sutton, probably from consistency from the jump. So I hear you. More targets this year, McLaurin or Sutton? Just targets.
Targets, I'd say McLaurin.
How about catches?
McLaurin.
Yeah.
But you want Sutton over McLaurin?
I don't know. I think they're close actually.
Okay.
I think that I would take McLaurin right now because
Doesn't he feel safer though? Because I know I'm getting those targets week in, week out. Where Sutton probably feels like he's a little bit more boom bust just because of the pieces around him. And again, it comes down to me probably not liking Drew Lock as much as everybody too, but I don't want to trust that. And I know Haskins gets shit on. I feel like Haskins take a bigger jump in year 2 than Lock does, but that's obviously a personal feeling there. Am I by myself?
I would take McLaurin just based off of him being lower in ADP and the production being either equal or probably better based off of.
I don't have to pay as much to get the more safe play. Okay.
And
possibly a better player too. I mean,
yeah, I'm totally there.
And that wasn't even why I brought up. I'm sorry, J. Mike. That's not even why I brought up Sutton. That's not why I brought up Sutton.
It felt like it was.
No. The reason why I brought up Sutton was because you're concerned that they're going to bring players in for an elite piece, and I'm still of the belief that Sutton is the alpha wide receiver in Denver, even though they brought in 2 wide receivers this year, even though they had Fant last year, even though that they brought in Albert O and Melvin Gordon. I still think that Sutton leads the team in targets. I still think he's the alpha there. And so my point is that I don't care who they bring in next year for F1, he's still that dude. That's why I brought up Sutton.
Are we arguing for the same side then? Different ways?
No.
Well, you were concerned about bringing in players against McLaurin because you wanted to get rid of him after this year. Is what I'm saying.
I do. I still think peak value.
To.
I think peak value of McLaurin comes sometime during this year, right? I don't want him after next year because if they sign a Amari Cooper type, right or wrong, he immediately takes a dynasty value dip, right? Just on the unknown before games are played. Right, I think this year is the time to get out of McLaurin. Whether it means I sell him now and I buy him in another league, after that point, after somebody signs there or that happens, I think to me that's the play. I think there's a short little window here with McLaurin, which is this season, that he might be at peak value, and I don't know it ever exceeds what it is right now.
But he's only wide receiver 21. We can't get past that. We can't. I mean, you're saying that he will peak, so maybe he gets higher, but like,
Yeah, but
Can
I
he
don't.
not-
It's not wide receiver 1. He's never your wide receiver 1 ever.
no, I don't think so either. But
Right?
I
Okay.
need-
So how much more am I looking for in wide receiver 2?
I need third mic
value
here.
wise. That's all.
third,
That's
oh,
that.
third.
No, let's. I want to open bar bet, and it's can be for any of you guys.
Yes.
I'm
Who
taking it.
want a piece of this? I am, and I will admit I have done a full 180 on McLaurin. Last season, I wasn't on him, even though I listened to Rookie Fever. I didn't listen to Rookie Fever. I was like, you're lost, bud.
I have a lot of
and I, yeah, and I was, and
I
that's what I'm
still
saying.
got
I didn't
some-
listen to
got
you
some
guys.
money.
I didn't listen because
It's
I
a good
didn't
show.
see it
You
with
should
him.
check it out.
I didn't see it with him. And he came in, he cooked. And even after the season, I would at first I was still skeptical. When they were trying to get Amari, I was still skeptical. And then I did this crazy thing called going back and watching the tape. And it was really fun to watch him just cook all over the place. He's really stinking good. And I say all that to say,
No doubt.
I had 2 shares and I ended up trading them both right around before the draft because I felt like they were going to end up adding somebody. And I'm really regretting that right now. I'm regretting that a lot because I'm very in on McLaurin. And I actually think that Terry McLaurin will end up sometime over his career being a wide receiver 1. So this is kind of a multi-year bet. This is a if you
We got
want
a
some,
couple of those.
yeah.
This is for
So-
you, third mic.
So I don't plan on losing
Put it on the
contact
board.
with any of you all.
2024 bet. Let's do
I
it.
don't plan on losing contact with any of you all. So my bet is I just bet that Terry McLaurin will be a wide receiver 1, so top 12 wide receiver, sometime over his career. Would anyone
Take
like
it.
to? I know Jason wants some. Anybody
Take
else?
it.
No.
I'll take it this year. Let's go.
That he
I don't know
will
about
this
this
year.
year.
I'll take that too. That's 2 bets.
Oh,
I'll
you mean
take
that
both
you think
of
he
those.
will be wide receiver 1 this season?
No
Yeah.
point. Is
Okay.
this on DLF? I don't care. Pick wherever you want. He ain't wide receiver 12.
Okay.
Take it. 1, 2. That's 2 bets.
I would like to hear just real quick because I do want to talk about some other stuff before we spiral into chaos.
This year's as close as it'll get, so that's a good call, man bun. But it ain't getting there.
Finero. McLaurin ever a wide receiver 1?
Yes, ever, absolutely.
Okay. Swags.
Like for maintaining it, man.
No,
No,
just
no,
ever,
no,
ever
just
in
ever
his
point
career.
season
Ever in his career.
As
will be
a
finished.
wide receiver 1, so a top 12 wide receiver.
No.
All you
and I
fuckers
don't
about
think
to
that's a
join
bad
the
thing,
Hogue
though.
draft.
I don't think that's
Take
a bad
McLaurin
thing,
like
but-
101.
Yeah, it's not like and even if you don't take, even if you're saying he's not going to necessarily reach 1 status, it's not saying that you're saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying that at all. I'm simply just asking if you think that ceiling is there. So for Nair, you think it is. Guys, you think that it's probably
the
not.
ceiling, sure. I don't. Yeah, I get. Man, I don't think it's going to happen. I think that there's
Yes.
potential though.
That was
Fair.
what I was worried about.
Talenko.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in trouble. Talego.
Right? He called
Let me just
call
log
that
off.
shit in a
Let me
minute.
just log off.
No, I think
Michael.
know,
To the principal's office.
right the fuck now. So no, I
This
feel
was
like
You probably never
aggressive.
got in trouble. You're so sweet.
Right?
you'd be surprised. But no, but
I would.
no, I feel like he has the talent, but it's hard to see it with the situation he currently is in for me. And I know we're talking about like career, but you don't know what it changes into. Does it change into something shittier or better? So I'll go with no.
But you just, but Gabe just told you all about his situation.
Let's-
He's in a great situation. Sorry, Mike. That's one thing we actually do know. I don't know. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm more in that like wide receiver 17 area. I just can't squeeze him into that like top 12. But man, I'm all about McLaurin. I feel like we're shitting on people because they're not like studs and wide receiver ones and RB ones and
I'm not.
Not at all.
I meant
trying
all
to
of
shit
them.
on him. In my mind, in my mind, I was like, I could see maybe like 15, 16,
and that's cool.
but 12 or higher, that's tough.
That's cool.
That's the line.
and again, this isn't a all of these discussions that we've been having. It's not like are they bad players at all? Just in case anybody wants to aggregate what we've said to this point, I do want to make it clear. I think Cam Akers is a good football player. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he can't be great. I'm not saying he can't be very good in season number 1. I am saying that 2 Drink is a Florida State fan now. I am also saying that Terry McLaurin is fantastic. And as much as I wouldn't necessarily like to admit it, I was slow on the uptick on Cortland Sutton, but I'm riding with Gabe on Sutton as well in terms of just believing that really good players are going to just make a way somehow, some way. So anyway,
so close to waking my wife up and pulling every fucking Florida shirt I have out, and that would take me so fucking long. It's like half my damn dresser. Oh, I'm gonna get in so much trouble, but I'm feeling close.
I want to.
He's looking around. To see
Thank you, George.
I was like, do I got it in here, man?
Oh shoot!
I feel like I got it. Oh, bro. Yep.
So anyway,
Jimmy, can I put a light on McLaurin just a little bit here? So I was looking. Tyler Lockett finished with wide receiver number 12 last year, right? He had 45 more fantasy points in the season, which is significant, with 2 more games than McLaurin in his rookie season, which comes out to 3.75 points per game more. But that's not even factoring in the 2 games he missed. And that's his rookie season. Right. So, like, I mean, he wasn't like a wide receiver 1. I mean, I remember when people thought Tyler Lockett couldn't be a wide receiver 1. Like, that seemed like a thing. Terry McLaurin
Mike Evans Jr. right there.
Terry McLaurin had a great rookie season. I think when you're talking about his entire career over the next 10 years, I think he absolutely could be a wide receiver 1 in one of those years.
The targets are there, man.
The forever bet. It's this year if it's going to happen.
We just got done talking about that for half an hour.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh my gosh, this guy. So, I do want to know. So absurd. At this point, like I said, we've got all these different camp videos that we've been seeing. All these things that I feel like are swaying people immediately, which is weird. And it happens every year. So I'm not going to sit here and act like we're surprised by it, but this happens all the time. So far, what have been some things that you've seen that have really perked your interest? Like really has you excited about the season, or really has you excited about a specific situation? Is there anything that has happened from a news blurb, from a video clip, from something that a coach has said, any of those things that really just really settle deep within you that make you say, you know what, maybe I need to give this another look before the season?
I'm going to go get a beer. I'm just going to say Miles Sanders is the dude and fucking log off.
Wait, so he, because he doesn't have any competition and has opportunity to exceed, then he's going to be successful in his situation. Got it. Okay.
Swags is gonna kill me for this because he's gonna call me an Eagles fan, especially after we just talked about Sanders. But I love when I'm hearing about Jalen Reagor playing all over the field and how he's impressing. I own a lot of Wentz and I own a lot of Reagor, so I was liking hearing that, and I like when the players are talking about him too. So I'm not a big on coach speak. We talked about this on Rookie Fever. Was it last episode or the one before? Like, we just love when the quarterbacks are raving about their wide receivers, or a wide receiver is raving about their quarterback. But I'm pretty excited about Reagor.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't hate that, Finero. I was thinking about it the other day, though, like, from a different standpoint, like which players I'm kind of happy that I already have acquired, like you have with Reagor. And because now it's so hard to get them just because of whatever little hype or the one catch that they had or little things that we're hearing. And I mean, somebody like that is definitely Reagor for you. If you're going to go out and try to get him today, like, be thankful you have him, because I mean, for me to go out and acquire him, I'm not going to pay that. You probably have to give up Terry McLaurin, and I don't even know if we want to talk about him anymore. So, but I mean, realistically, so I mean, that's the kind of stuff I've been trying to think about. Like some of those players, I mean, and everybody knows this, so we don't have to stay on it. We can go off this quick, but even like seeing Kerryon Johnson in a knee brace that's longer than my leg, like made me feel good about like DeAndre Swift. And I know that we don't, but I mean, that's kind of the Kerryon we've come to know, and that's. I mean, it made me, wow, Swift is going to have to handle that load. That's how I feel about the Detroit Lions situation. Like, well, I mean, they just get Jamal Williams there? We don't care about that. Like, so some of those things, like when you see Kerryon Johnson in a brace, I know that the Swift price went up a little bit, and I've already got so much of him. Just those little things. That's kind of what I've been watching. But I think, like Fanaro said, it is hard to get too far into coach talk. That's one thing that I try not to do. And I do. I enjoy player talk. I'm with you on that, Fanaro. I'm not going to kill you. Jeez.
I think Rager's the wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Amongst the rookies?
I mean, but
no, just
the
wide receiver one on his team.
Gotcha.
He gets the most targets, catches, yards, whatever.
Even
I mean,
before
I know. No.
Just wide receiver.
Positionally.
Yeah. And let me ask this, Fanaro, when we look at Rager, because Swags, I'm coming to you next for the same question. Just in terms of what's been going on. And you can either take it to the Swift route or we can do something different with that. But specifically with Rager, and I just want to talk through, again, expectations that you had this season for Rager, because I'm with you, Gabe. Obviously, Rager's set to do a lot of really fun stuff at wide receiver for the Eagles this season. Like it could be a lot of fun. What are reasonable expectations for Rager in terms of, is he a guy that you feel comfortable running out week 1 and starting in one of your wide receiver spots? Or is it a case where you want to keep him on your bench, kind of see how things shake out and figure it out from there?
Yeah, I mean,
gate or wait.
Nice. Nah, I think I don't want to start him. Any of the teams that I have Rager, I wouldn't have to start Rager. And that's
so
not
like wide receiver 5, 6.
Yeah, that's not me being an asshole. It's just like it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like if you expect to be starting these rookies in your lineups, you're going to be disappointed week 1 for sure. I mean, look at AJ Brown. I mean, AJ Brown wasn't viable until like it was like week 7 or 8, right? And he's like, he's considered a god this year. And so week 1, week 1, what I want to do, I want to see him do something special on my bench and just love it. That's what I want to see. He's not gonna be in my starting lineup, but if he's gonna, I'm gonna have a front row seat with him on my bench, and I'm not gonna care one bit if he blew up. It's one of those things where he's capitalizing right now with Jeffrey, not being there, and what he needs to do is he needs to tell everybody there that he's the man, so that when Jeffrey comes back, it just doesn't even freaking matter.
A lot of Rager love in this chat.
Yeah, it really is. Shout out to the chat again.
Someone said Dallas over Rager, and
got it.
I think
that's a great one.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I was only talking about wide receivers on the team, but also I think that's a good. I think that'd be a good kind of comparison right there. Is Goddard versus Rager, because I think Ertz, as far as the team goes, is going to lead the team in targets, barring injury.
But why does he keep getting shit on?
The Eagles could be so much fun this season. Oh man, that could be a fun fantasy offense. We'll see. Anyway,
nobody wants to buy Ertz.
I mean, that's fair though.
Well, why? He's going to lead the team in targets. You just said it.
Well, because if we're
he's there for at least another 2 years now.
If we're going in that McLaurin landscape, I mean, this is the year to sell Ertz, right? I mean, this is where he peaks.
Why? Wasn't that last year with everybody hurt? Everybody's healthy now.
Ertz has been crushing the last 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, it's always hard.
Continually does, but nobody wants to watch it.
Well, that's the question. So let me ask you that then, too, Drink. If you do want to go out and buy Ertz, then what are you paying to go try to acquire him? Let's say that it's tight end premium. We'll give it the juice that you want, 1.5, 1.75, whatever. What is the cost to go and get Ertz? Because I think that's probably the case. Is that what is he, 29, 30, 29-ish? I can probably get up here in a second.
Yeah, I think he's 29.
So almost into tight end premium years. Almost
29, J Mike.
Right? Because that's not old for tight ends. That's right in the prime.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know the numbers. I'm asking you, what are you willing to pay to take Ertz off my hands?
Well, I have him in a 1.75. I feel like nobody wants to touch him. You don't want to do it.
Well, then what's it look like?
It doesn't sound like you do.
Mid first, at least, and nobody's gonna pay me that. But mid first, it's on 3 now, Jake. Nobody fucking noticed I changed the open bar. But moving on.
Minimum.
I did notice it.
I smiled.
Yeah, I pointed my screen and everything.
And it's a minimum. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're on 3 now, so let's keep it pushing. Y'all don't know what I got around here. If I keep spilling beer on, that's what happens.
No shirt maximum at the open bar.
We gonna push it tonight.
So let me ask.
Will you give me?
Will you take a 2021 first?
McLaurin and Gesicki. No, we're not doing picks. I want McLaurin and Gesicki.
Yeah, get their swag.
McLaurin and Gesicki. That's a nice number. I think I'm gonna hold Ertz.
You already let us know.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna hold. I think I'm gonna hold Ertz. It's the upside of Gesicki is nice.
Will you do that deal for your Ertz share?
I think most would do that. Yeah, everybody's gonna do that.
I like McLaurin, man. I'm in. I'm in. You can add him to my stable. My Rojo, my Sammy Watkins.
You can make it fast. Nobody else is taking Ertz, right? Y'all are wrong. I mean, what swag say? Minority winner is minority, right? There's only one fucking winner.
There's only one winner in every league. Yeah,
y'all are wrong. I just won.
Who cares what everybody thinks?
Ertz is great. I can't hate Ertz. Yeah, I don't dislike Ertz. You're just asking me in a trade what I would prefer.
Is the value problem Goddard? Is that our problem? Is it Goddard? We're just not saying it. He's tight end 10. We've got this up and coming tight end. They don't have to be invested in Ertz for 4 years.
But isn't Ertz contract just as long as Goddard's now at this point?
He's a free agent in 20. He's a free agent in 22.
And Goddard's younger.
FF fact checking nobody.
My point is more like there's no tight end in the league that has a backup behind them like Ertz does. That's more to my point, not the contract situation. Obviously, Goddard's the younger of the two. I'm not making an argument.
He is the value.
Telling you like this is that the problem with the Ertz value. Like
sure,
he has the by far best backup tight end in the league. He was tight end 10 behind Ertz. Like that's probably going to hurt Ertz's value a little bit.
You're probably right.
Why does it have to hurt more this year? How come he wasn't 10 last year? You know what I mean? Because everybody else was hurt too. Ertz is still the superior guy there. I don't give a shit about value if I'm getting the fantasy points on my team and win this year. You have all the value you want to, and I'll take another trophy.
But that's
so.
But
then,
that's not the case,
what are you going to offer for Ertz?
I guess I can do McLaren and Gesicki because everybody's fucking jumping on it.
No, that was just me. Everybody else didn't answer.
Well, it's because y'all started talking and didn't let nobody answer.
Wow.
Me too.
FF feisty pants. Unbelievable. This guy.
Feisty.
I know.
Gesicki and McLaren. Or Ertz, everybody go.
I'm taking McLaurin and Gesicki here.
I already got your and J Mike's answer.
I'm on the same side.
Duh. Oh shit, you're on my side? Holy fuck.
No, the McLaurin side. The same side as the majority currently.
You said my name. Gabe. I hope it's 5-1 at this point. Fuck it.
After all that McLaurin talk, you really think I'm gonna ride with you on this?
Nope. Third mic. Make it a clean sweep. I don't need your pick.
The only thing
still haven't gone out of your way to make an offer for Ertz, though. You're just using my trade as a hypothetical example, but you keep going back to why doesn't anybody want Ertz? Why don't you want him?
I have him. I have him in a lot of leagues. You know that.
So make me a damn offer.
I'm keeping him. I'm not trading you. I mean, I'm fine with keeping him. Shit, I'm not taking McLaurin and Gesicki.
So let me.
I have Ertz. J. Mike has Ertz. You're
You
making.
don't.
An offer
I have him in
acquire
that
him.
league.
Oh my
God! Let's unpack this a different way, Swags. Let's unpack this a different way for 2 Drink. So I just asked you, hey, what would you want? What would you want for Ertz? It was what the question was, and you said I don't know, mid first. All right, great. So if you have a mid first, would you give a mid first for McLaurin and Gesicki? Just in this. Okay. So value wise, let me just ask you. So value wise, are we saying that McLaurin?
Yeah, it's probably close.
Okay, so it is close. Great. So, and I think that to answer Swag's question earlier, Swags, you're probably right in that it's this impending, the fantasy number doom, the impending doom that we think the bottom's falling out of Ertz soon. And I'm not saying that it's any individual. Obviously, I just think that as a community, we typically want what's newer, we want what's fresher. And we've got all these years in front of Goddard. We've got a young Wentz. We've got an exciting offense. We've got Peterson. Like Goddard.
That's why you should like Ertz.
Gotta be coming. And Ertz keeps kind of keeping, hey, sit down, young fella. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. So I think that's probably what, from a perception standpoint, I think that is the perception that people are expecting him to, at some point, the bottom, not necessarily even fall out, but that Goddard overtakes. And it might not even be this season. It might not be next season, but I think that's the perception that dynasty players have.
Right. Again, I don't care what you think about it. I'll take the points in my lineup every week. Right. Swags, you always preach that. I don't.
I don't give a shit what points in my lineup. I
don't give a shit what the community feels about value. Right. Value doesn't give me points in my lineup every single week.
I'm 100% with you, bro.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, Can we get to a deal that you would like though? Because I don't want to just keep beating up on you for a deal that you don't even give a shit about. Like what would it take for it to matter?
Yeah, to where you're like, oh, yeah, that works for me.
And particularly including a tight end to where it would matter for you.
Like you're getting
like
Ertz.
I'm trying to get Ertz from him or what I'm trying to get him to let go of Ertz. Things. Like what can replace those fantasy points so that you can still compete and also gain the value? Because that's what I'm kind of interested in. I know why you would have Ertz. It's because he scores points, right? You're not going to have him on a team that's in the bottom 6 of your league. Like that, it would make sense to sell him in that scenario, and maybe not so much in the sense that you're in the top half and the rest of your roster is filled out. But what if your roster is not filled out and you need another ancillary piece to kind of propel you into that, top tier among the rest of your league mates? So like what's the guy below Ertz that will get you there? Is it Hunter Henry? Is it Hawkinson? Is it the dude that is opposite of him and Goddard? I guess it's not Gesicki for you, or maybe the wide receiver wasn't enough in addition to Gesicki. So like what's a
something?
2 Drinks Googling.
I'm not
revoking my McLaurin offer right now.
Right?
Yeah, I do want to hear you into what Gabe was posing there, because I think this is a fun thing to unpack.
What's a tight end that can outscore Ertz this season that has less value than him in Dynasty? So let's just go down the list here. Waller.
Yeah, I still want Ertz.
Well, I know you want Ertz. all of these players are below Ertz, but do you think any of these players can outscore Ertz?
No.
Okay, Waller is a no.
No.
Henry.
Mm-mm.
Fant.
Nope.
Hawkinson.
We're going the wrong way, right? Like it's probably the other way, but sure.
No, it's not the other way. Okay, I'm
none of these.
I need a drink.
He's going down.
None below or scoring more. Oh. Like right, but like I have Ertz over Andrews this year. Like it's like we could go the other way. You know what I mean?
You take Ertz for Ertz, basically. Ertz for Ertz, straight up.
I don't know what that means, but yes.
So
I think
go ahead.
Piss Gabe off. Gabe's like, I'm out.
I guess what you're getting at is you would, if you're going to get rid of Ertz, you would rather have give like Ertz and something else for somebody higher versus
for what community value is. Yes, like I'm not doing it that way. Like I'm not even trading Ertz for fucking Andrews. No.
Yeah. No, I think that's what you're getting at though.
No, sure. I get no. That's why that's why this game doesn't make sense to me personally because I'm not doing it the other way. Like I'm just not.
You'll end up with another piece with.
I was offered Andrews for Kelsey straight up. Like that's stop it. I don't give a shit about the age. No, that's not how this game is played at that position to me.
Would you trade 2018 Ertz for 2020 Ertz?
Okay, sure. Math. I'd love to get 2 years younger, but we're just now in a tight end prime window, right? I didn't come up with this age.
Federo, I hope that in your Philly Beer Olympics that there was some sort of mind meld game where you won the gold.
The second youngest.
That's money right there. That is absolute gold. Because you left two drinks speechless for about 5 seconds. Like, wait, what?
I love that he was trying to figure that one out.
Right? I don't fucking know, bro. I'm gonna listen back. I lost. Gabe left. I don't know what fucking happened after that.
You found the crossroads of thinking hard and irritation. I saw it in his eyes.
Just a lot of
fucking sleeping on Hurts, bro. I don't fucking get it.
That was pretty accurate, Mike.
I don't think anybody's sleeping on Ertz. They just don't want to pay that premium price for that particular tight end.
I mean, that's what I found out when I was trying to trade him away to you, Swag, is that it just I'd rather keep him because I'm not going to get the price back that he's honestly worth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that becomes I think that becomes the crux of a lot of it. When we get to these players, and even like we said, we still like Kelsey a lot, and I think Kelsey's 2 years older. We like Kittle a lot, and obviously he's younger. So Ertz is falling between them age-wise, getting around the same targets probably as a Kelsey or someone like that, and we still don't want to put the respect on Ertz's name. So it's not no, and I didn't phrase that correctly. Not that we're not putting the respect on Ertz's name. It's just a matter of, like you're all talking about, when it comes to that price. I think that there's a hesitation in the community to try to be able to go up and get him. So I'm going to test you on that 2-2 drink since you have him in TA6. We'll see. I'm gonna send you some.
You won't do it. I ain't got no picks left. Like
I will.
You already have all of my picks in that league for 2 years.
All the 2021 J Mikes.
That's my Thanos glove I'm working on. I'm still working on the Infinity.
You want to do that? And not even in that league. I don't give a shit about 2021 picks, right? Like if somebody wants to give me something for him, I'll take depth now. Is that I understand wanting to collect them, especially now at this point, J Mike, of where you are in it, right? Like at this point, you might as well go in and get the last, is it 4 you need for all of the first round?
4. Yeah,
and 5 in the second round to have all of the first and second round in TA6.
Yes, and
holy shit,
that's strictly a league right now.
That's different.
Well, yeah, because with that league specifically, I'm having a lot of fun. Just I wanted to do a science experiment.
How's your team fucking stacked too right now? I don't get it.
I'm doing a science experiment. And I want to see.
Your team
I want to finish the experiment before I talk about it and get people's, because I don't want anybody to throw me off and say that's stupid, John. I'm like, why'd you do that? I want to wait. So, anywho,
I look at your team and I'm like, how do I trade into that? I don't have pieces that work now.
It's weird now. It's a fun, weird swags. I got your boy Swift. I've got Jonathan Taylor. I've got a lot of players that I like a lot.
And I've got 19 players in the first 2 rounds.
Running backs and all the 2021.
I've got 8 firsts. I've got 6 seconds. Like I said, I'm doing some weird stuff with it. I'm doing some weird stuff with it, and it's going to be fun. Yeah, it is. I've got Cam Akers. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. But anyhow, Swags, did you want to hang? I know you talk Detroit a lot, and I don't necessarily want to push you to talk Detroit. I want to push you to talk about what you want to talk about in reference to things that you've been seeing. And if you all aren't enjoying this, we can talk about whatever else. But just I find this time of the year intriguing for a lot of reasons, and I really enjoy getting the perspectives of like what matters to people or what people are seeing right now that moves the needle for them at all.
Oh man,
Yeah, open that shit up.
that's tough, man. I mean, I'm usually turned on by what you're turned off by, and turned off by what you're turned on by. I mean,
What a couple.
It was very deep, Swags.
So it's tough, like little things, like today.
Yeah,
Hawkinson
fuck
said his ankle or his foot isn't 100%, and that didn't bother me, man. Like, to me, I was kind of like, huh, so maybe I'll get another opportunity to go get some more Hawkinson because his foot's not 100%. Like, is it ever gonna be? And man, I don't know. It's hard for me to stay close to home. I'm like the weirdest Lions fan. I don't love my team.
I don't blame you.
I love that statement. I'm the weirdest Lions fan. I
Says
don't
the
know.
Dolphins fan.
Yeah. To
But
your
I mean,
point, though,
I'm
like,
watching some of those little things, like just even
Love our team,
how
so.
people like carry on more since Swift got drafted for some reason. I think that's weird. It makes me feel awkward sometimes because like we were all crapping on him together like for at least a few weeks before the draft, and then all of a sudden Swift gets drafted, and because he's in this bad spot, we want to think of reasons and to make it a
Isn't that
bad
what he
spot.
said?
So what do we have? Carry on. Carry on's the reason. But so I think like you start watching what's happening
Man,
now,
don't get no
and
point.
and I mentioned the brace on Carry On, and I know that people think that sounds kind of bad, but it just kind of, I felt a little bit rectified because it's everything I've been talking about with all these guys. And by the way, like, I apologize for making myself seem like I was the pain in the ass at the beginning of this show.
You were right, bro. It's cool.
Swag, you silly.
But
J Mike,
man,
I don't.
I mean, I
Not
just
that
think
hurts.
you start to see those things, and like you and people don't. I don't know, man. Don't get me started. I'm gonna get mad at Twitter for no reason.
Okay, don't. Well, I don't want to
Fucking
take.
get mad.
I don't want to
Fuck
take you
you,
there.
Twitter. I don't give a shit.
For narrow.
I just
Sorry.
think we could easily like mellow it out a little bit with some of the shit we do, like by talking about players we don't even like, we haven't ever liked, and creating these scenarios where I don't know, like I don't know, man. Like even Gabe, you mentioned at the beginning of
Who you
the
gonna
show,
piss
like
on? Let's piss on him.
Carry-On's a threat to Swift, and I feel like he's just kind of had a little bit of a better opportunity than somebody like Darrell Henderson. I don't think he ever really did much with it though. Like, but I mean, shit, if Detroit had Gurley, would we have ever seen Carry-On Johnson? I don't know. I just think Carry-On's, I don't know, man. I might rather have
Weird
Darrell
flex.
Henderson.
Hey, Gabe. So Gabe,
That's
Carry
okay.
On Johnson.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Carry On Johnson is to Swags as Damon Williams is to FF Manbun.
I mean,
True.
I
we
mean,
had
that-
we had
He hates it
Swift
too.
working out with
I just
Stafford
wanted to be
showing
able to draw that
pictures.
line for you. But when he talks
That's
about
how it
Carry On,
works.
I need you to view it through the lens of it was like you
Carry-On's-
talking about Damien Williams.
Carry-On's big
Lo-
piece of the offseason was asking like what a mayfly was. That was his big moment.
So
Swags be killing Carry On Twitter, bro. Like he can't do no good on there. Man Bun, you hate Damian Williams and now you hate CEH just from where he's going. Can we talk about that? Is it just the Chiefs running back you don't like? Like I don't. Where's the
Yeah,
hate, bro?
Yeah, the Chiefs'
I'm here
offense
for
is trash.
this.
You just don't like the running back.
That was the main reason. That was the main reason why I what's the word? Excluded CEH from discussion earlier, because I've
'Cause he
seen
knew
way
he'd
too much
take
slander on the timeline. I can't. And
It's
never mind. Sorry. I'm just leaving it alone. Go ahead.
it's usually
What do you want to
never.
board bet, J Mike?
We no. Go, Gabe. You talk first.
It's usually never about a player necessarily for me.
Get 'em, man.
It's just about where they're being taken in said draft, and what CEH is 5th overall in the entire dynasty
Right.
landscape. I think it's
So
fair to fade that. I think that's okay. I don't think that he's bad. I think he'll be fine. I think that it's going to be hard for him to fail. I think that he should be a top 10 running back, or even should be, according to ADP, a top 5 running back. And I don't know. I'm just not I don't know, willing to put that risk into something that early on into a draft. And it was kind of a similar thing with Damian Williams, like the limited history, a small sample size of success. Yes, the offense is great, but the price associated to it was you're just drafting at a ceiling, and then that's typically just not something I'm a fan of. I never really dislike a player. I usually just dislike a player of where they're being drafted.
In redraft, let's switch it just for a second, right? At middle, late first, like that 107, 8, 9 range, half PPR, you end up with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Dalvin Cook, and Derrick Henry. Like, are you willing to play upside there for redraft? Not dynasty wise. I don't want to pay that much for it, right? But just in redraft, can I go ahead and pull that trigger there, or do you think there's enough out of Dalvin and Derrick Henry? Because that's what's sitting at you.
I guess I'd wait for the Dalvin Cook news, if there is one, for the contract.
By the time you draft, sure. Yep.
Yeah, but honestly, I'd rather not. Any of the running backs, to be honest, right there, I just wouldn't want to do that. But
Joe Mixon would be after that. You're gonna go and pull that trigger?
Nope. I don't want the latter half of those. I want the.
I'll let you take Tyreek Hill then.
I want the top. Well, that's far safer than Clyde Edwards-Helaire, in my opinion. I mean, like.
Well, that's redraft wise. That's what we're talking about. Kind of like into the middle end of the first. Like half PPR.
So CEH is RB what, 7 or 8 in redraft?
Yeah,
I mean,
kind of right in that range.
For me, those
Yahoo.
first round guys are like, that is what I'm expecting out of them, whatever that is, that RB 7 or 8. And like, given the opportunity, it should be a safe pick, right? And given the opportunity, like I said, it's going to be hard for him to fail, but I don't know if he exceeds much more than RB 7 or 8. I would feel more comfortable. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying I'd feel more comfortable with another player that
we've already
either has been there and can do it and whatnot. Like, and trust, I don't mind taking risks. I'm just taking risks further down the road, I guess. And that's that's just a personal draft strategy or whatever. But
100% with you.
Yeah.
Everybody else feel the same? Fanero's got disco lights or some shit going on in the background. What's going on over there, bro?
I know, right? He's getting litty over there. And the thing is that it just happened to be fortunate that people who did draft CEH before the Damian Williams opt out are,
right.
Hands together, like, yes, let's get it. And that's the draft right there. That's what it is. Because now you're just drafting ceiling.
Right. But then you sell it? That's a different question.
Then you sell it?
Then you sell it, right? Why don't you sell it then? Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, right. I'm 100% with that.
Okay.
I mean, it would depend on your again, with the whole like situation in your league. Like if you happen to need that fill at running back, an elite option at running back, and you can't find any offers out there to where you get that in return, because you do have the majority piece in that trade pretty much no matter what. Like I don't see why you'd want to get rid of it, but he's he's a sell for sure. Like he is a sell. He is the 105 overall. That's a sell.
100%. Redraft wise, and to Peter Howard's, you could get Fournette in like the third or fourth. Like you don't have to make that same decision.
What was Saquon at this time when he was a rookie? Was he even 105?
I heard him go even higher than that in a couple of drafts, but probably in that same range. Dynasty wise, like, are you selling CEH for Melvin Gordon and Michael Gallup? Because that came across my one of my leagues, and I'll say which side I'm on. I declined it.
Yeah, 105. He was 2 years ago.
I was just about to say, yep, RB3,
and that.
August
but
28th.
I mean, the way Saquon was talked about, the way Saquon was drafted was something else, right? That garners a little bit more respect for me. I felt comfortable drafting Saquon in redraft leagues at the end of the first round. When Zeke was drafted top 5, I was comfortable drafting him at the end of the first round. That had a lot to do with the draft capital. That had a lot to do with the offensive line in Dallas and
how that offense you believe to run.
Pure talent. And I do trust the Chiefs offense. Like I said, it's not going to be hard for CEH to be an RB1. But if he's an elite running back, then he's going to be Zeke and Saquon. And there is a difference between elite running backs and running backs that are just placed in a good situation, because I am on the side of like running backs not like mattering a whole lot. Mike. Okay.
Fair.
Okay. But there is a difference between elite running backs and the rest. Elite running backs are able to produce year after year after year, and their situation is not necessarily dependent on their production. They are actually producing because they are good at football. And we can't necessarily say that about CEH based off of the profile, the draft capital, etc. It's tough.
Is the reason CEH isn't elite because there's another running back there that takes enough touches away, or because you don't believe in the offense enough to produce like it did with, say, Kareem Hunt?
The talking about vacuums, the player alone.
Right.
Talking about Flobies.
Just the player alone.
But we have the player in the situation we want now without another.
That's what I'm saying. Vacuum. I'm just talking about the player alone, because it didn't matter where Zeke went. It didn't matter where Barkley went. It was a plus that Zeke went to, an elite offensive line. Yeah, that was like kind of too easy, right? It's almost like the Jonathan Taylor situation, but I think we're thrown into a loop with Marlon Mack and the second round draft capital. But it's so weird that he was a second round pick, man.
Right.
But I don't know where I was going with that. But just the running back alone, CEH, not as good of a profile as Zeke and Barkley. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely not.
Fair. Lindsay, you can keep that team name. It doesn't matter that he changed.
I was thinking that too, yeah.
Peter, Sanders over CEH. I don't give a shit.
And I don't want to spin this because I want to get us to a place where we can jump off. But with what Peter said here, his profile is as good as Miles Sanders. I think that's fair to say. And he's pick 11 on a team that isn't the Chiefs. So let me ask you all this. So if CEH and we can get ready to wind down on this. If CEH is a sell at RB5 and the 105 in Dynasty, would Miles Sanders at the 114 or 202, if you will, RB11, would he also be in the same vein? Fanero, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this before. Sanders is so valuable right now that, a lot of people are considering, getting out at that high value, because it was weird. Jacobs and Sanders were kind of neck and neck the entire season in their rookie years. And all of a sudden Jacobs is down here and Sanders is all the way up here. And that makes him a sell. I own I own a lot of Eagles. I own Sanders in more than a couple places. I'm like the worst Giants fan. And I'm not selling him because of what Gabe is saying. I think he could be elite. and there's a handful of those guys. I mean, there's if you look at the players, I think there's a handful of players that were able to do what he did in his rookie year with the 800 on the ground and 500 in the air. And I watched him play, and he's catching 55-yard touchdowns in the air as a wide receiver. I think the upside's there. I understand why you'd want to sell him because you can get so much back, but I just want to hold on tight.
Okay. Third, Mike, do you want the final word here on the Sanders, specifically Sanders? I'm curious of your thoughts. Sanders, but also CH. You can close us with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so
Can I add something to help you make your decision?
Averse. What?
that
Go
Eagles
ahead.
offense that is so bad to have a running back out of had about, I think, plus side of 1,900 yards out of the backfield. Where the Chiefs that are so amazing to have a running back out of didn't even get to 1,600. It's just like I've looked at it too many times. I want to say it's like 2 yards shy, but it's fool's gold. It's freaking fool's gold, unless like you're expecting all of it to come out of the passing game. And what is he? Where is he going to fall after Tyreek Hill and Kelsey? Like third or fourth target, plus Mahomes running it. This is 1,600 yards out of that backfield with Mahomes having 220-ish yards. So pick right, Mike.
Think for yourself, though. Think for yourself.
No, I'm just. This is a tough one for me because I'm like I was gonna say way back at one point that like I just have an aversion to all things like extra sexy in fantasy football. Like, hey, this person is just a guy you have to go get. Like, for some reason, like I just don't want him. Like I don't know what my deal is, but I feel like there's just better value elsewhere. So I mean, between these two, I honestly like I'm not on either of their trains, even though I admit that like obviously they're both great players. They made it to the NFL. Like Miles Sanders has showed us some great things, but I mean, if I had to pick between the two, I feel like right now with CEH you could get Miles Sanders and maybe like some small throw-in piece that you would want with it.
You can't.
Really?
Not tonight, buddy.
Not from you.
Four shirt minimum.
You just took
That's a 4-shirt minimum.
CEH, didn't you? You did that to me, Mike.
I kind of did both.
Yeah, he did. I like the way he did that. I like the way he did that
one
Mike.
too.
Yeah. But I was
Strong
gonna,
touches.
I was gonna pass, like pump up kind of what you were talking about a bit ago, and I hate to rewind us, so I'll try not to too
No, you're
much.
fine.
But,
No, you're good.
But, like,
You're good.
But when when J Mike asked you the question earlier about, like what makes you tick this year, like or this time of year, like what do you get excited about, like I feel very similarly. Like if I see somebody is getting like crazy camp talk, like I kind of don't want that person. I kind of just want to get rid of them and get something else that I personally feel a little bit better about. And if I see somebody is getting pooped all over that I think has talent, then I'll go get that person. Like that. Now is the time to jump. And in my opinion, to jump on people who get too excited.
Okay.
Like, so what I mean is other players who get too excited about things. Like now's the time to jump on that. I feel like that's a weakness you can assess and take advantage of with some folks.
Yo, you can fool around and probably get a 2021 first for Brian Edwards right now.
Dude, you probably could.
Yeah,
I really think it's possible.
I only have a couple shares, and I'll be keeping them.
Why did he just flex on me like that, kid?
I know. How smooth was that?
I was just.
That just happened.
I got
Brian
a
Edwards
gift
is
coming
good.
for you, my guy.
I like Brian Edwards, but I'm just saying, just based on what you were saying too. Just
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of Edwards love right now.
Yeah.
Even though in rookie drafts, a lot of rookie drafts, there was not a lot of Edwards love. Not a lot of people. Now, shout out to my man, Zachary from the Dummies. Shout out to a lot of people out there who are very excited about Edwards and like Edwards a lot and stand for him. But in a lot of drafts that I was in, I didn't see a lot of Edwards love, but we see a lot of it now. So it's good to see because I think he's a good player. But yeah, I really think you could probably get it first right now with the buzz he's getting. I think it's possible. Yep. What were you saying, Swags?
Is Ruggs getting more than that then? No.
I don't think so.
Is Ruggs even starting? I mean,
in the slot.
He wasn't though.
What'd you say, Swags?
Man, I don't know. Did I say something? I don't know, but I'll do that sometimes too, though, Mike. Like mine will be even more like I'll be trying to sell a player. And I'll make a bunch of offers and I'll figure out that like nobody wants him, and it'll get to the point where it's like, well, wow, if it's like this, I think I'm gonna actually go try to acquire him because I didn't realize people hated him this much until I tried to sell him to a couple people, and now I'm probably gonna flip it up and switch leagues and go try to acquire said player instead. So I'll do that a little bit.
No, hey, Big B, I'm not saying it's a good or bad move. What I'm saying is, for a lot of the drafts that I was seeing Edwards in, Edwards was going, and this is our things like shortly after the draft. Edwards was going in a lot of places late second, early third, in a lot of the drafts that I was in. With that said, if I can turn around, I mean, if you want to pay a 21 first because he's your guy and you want to go get him, great. I hope that he's fantastic. I hope he crushes. I hope he gets 120 targets and lights the world on fire. I don't think that's bad at all. But I also don't hate the fact that if you took him at 209 or whatever in your draft and you turn around and got a 21 first for him, I'm not mad at that either. Like that sounds like a really nice return on value for what you just did. So I don't know if you missed the memo, J Mike, but they're 2021 J Mikes. Shout out to the homie Renshaw. They're still Renshaws until I try to
gotta get them other ones. I think Brian Hart got most of them left.
Yeah, man. Hart's hating on me, man. He's hating on me. Hart's hating on me. Shane's
You're gonna have to pay extra for those just to get them and put your name on them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, though. You're right. I'm gonna work though. I'm gonna work. Anywho, this has been a fun night. This is good. This has done my soul well. My cheeks hurt too from all the smiling and laughing. That's always a good thing. Gabe, do you have a draft of sorts to walk us out on?
I'm glad you finished your sentence, J Mike, when you said your cheeks hurt. All right. Yeah, I've got it. I've got one.
Pause. Come on.
Pause. That was one. Almost. Well, all right. Yeah, I got one. Wait, where's Swags? We need Swags, obviously. Yeah. All right. So we've got some other things to talk about. Do you have a draft
idea?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I just was literally waiting for Swags, and then I looked down on the bottom right of the screen and did not see. Hey, there he is. Swags, what's good? You're up. You're 101, man. What do you got?
Oh, what are we doing?
No pick. Nobody tell him. Shush.
Are you passing?
101.
You can't pass.
You can pick up on it later if you want for the 106.
You can trade back to 106 for nothing.
I'll take the 106
for nothing.
All right. So the draft that we are
you guys
doing,
are gonna mess this up anyway, and I'll get the best one at 106.
I like it.
All right. So the draft that we are doing tonight
is 2-minute breakdown for everybody.
I should be getting you back for that.
Too late. I got one. Fucking pick somebody. Let's do this. Gabe, you get to pick. But every one of you motherfuckers.
What are we drafting, though? I wanted to make a draft.
We're not drafting anything. Anybody pick a fucking name. And somebody's getting 2-minute breakdown. Let's go. Do you understand how hard I worked on this? This is the most work I've done for fantasy in like years.
Okay, everybody raise your hand.
J Mike first. I saw it.
A couple people didn't even do it.
Haters.
First
What'd you say, Gabe?
I said, good luck.
On the spot.
J
The
Mike.
name of the game is the 2-minute breakdown. He will get 2 minutes to answer these questions as fast as he can.
Gabe has to be last now. That's the word.
As you 2Drink would say, not thinking should come easy for you.
I say that every time. It's kind of mean, but it's true. J Mike, are you ready?
Very mean.
Let's get it.
All right. Do you like to trade more in season or during the non-point scoring season?
Messed it up.
9-point scoring season.
Super Bowl prediction for this year.
Give me Ravens Saints.
Who wins?
Ravens.
What is black when you buy it, red when you use it, and gray when you throw it away?
What the world? Pig's feet.
Charcoal.
Okay.
Dynasty Superflex full PPR. Debo plus what gets you to AJ Brown?
Debo, I need it first.
McLaurin.
Oof.
Yes.
Favorite?
Also accurate.
Favorite fast food French fry comes from where?
Ooh, Five Guys.
Were Ross and Rachel really on a break?
Who's Ross and Rachel?
Friends.
From,
I fucking hate you.
Friends.
From
Too
Friends.
late. Don't fucking answer. Last song you really sang in the car by yourself.
Oh man, easy. the homie the homie the East Atlanta Love Letters, the entire album.
nice.
Yes, Gabe,
Six
yes. Shout out
Lack.
to DJ Rich. Yeah. 6 Lack in the house.
This is funny because I wrote this a long time ago. Why should I trade for Zach Ertz?
Because he
You
scores
did not, you fucking liar.
100%, bro.
Because he scores
Moving on. Rank for PPR redraft this year: DK Metcalf, Devontae Parker, GJ Shark.
Oh, Chark, Metcalf, Parker.
Favorite non-Disney kids movie? Good one.
DreamWorks.
Rank us in current company only. How would we finish in a full marathon?
If it's the beer Olympics, it'll be Finero first. Gabe, third Mike Swags, 2
Fucked up. I'm not giving you last fucking question. Don't pick FF Man Bun. Pick somebody else, not name me. You should, J Mike. You should tell them where you're from and where they can find you because we're leaving. I was hoping you wouldn't get picked first, but you put your hand up.
What the hell is happening?
No idea.
Yep. Gabe, it's all yours.
Gabe has to be last so he can throw it to you. Pick somebody else.
Can I answer Skyline Chili? Mike last at least. I got one.
It's not the answer to anything.
It's really not, bro.
Third Mike.
Okay,
What?
let's do this.
What?
Question 1.
Oh shit.
Flags. One thing every family should do in your hometown. Hit it.
Oh, we're doing this
And
again.
now, your 2-minute breakdown.
I'm drunk. I don't care.
No, they should go to Kings Island.
Thunderdome fight to the death. Who wins? 1 rhino or 2 grizzly bears? Take it over.
Grizzlies.
What country has a city named Batman?
Oh, fuck. Probably America.
Turkey.
Hmm.
What is the last song you listened to in your car?
Where Eagles Dare by the Misfits.
This year, full PPR, DeAndre Swift or David Montgomery?
Swift.
True or false? Both human sperm and grapefruit have anti-aging properties.
True?
That is true. Rub it on your face, ladies. What do you miss the most about life from 1 year ago?
What?
Don't
What do you
tell them
miss
about
most
us.
about
dude.
life
Do
from
not
1 year
tell
ago?
them about us.
No.
I'm gonna keep going.
Honestly,
Too late.
nothing. I live in the moment.
What would you
Hey.
rather? Raider makes the playoffs every year for the next 15 years, or you don't win a Super Bowl until 50 years from now?
Playoffs every year.
If you were given 3 carries in the NFL, how many yards would you get?
-5.
That's not bad. Current company only. How would we finish in beer pong?
Ooh. Damn it. Well, Finero just pumped his fist, so he's last. So let's go with.
Oh
Let's
shit!
go.
He's pulling his shit out.
He's bringing the
He's
medals
setting
out
up.
though.
Oh my god! Look, I have a bowling ball, but it doesn't mean I'm any good at bowling. Oh, those
That's
are medals.
What
okay.
is
Stud.
what is Race for Serenity? Since you didn't answer the last question.
Yeah, sorry. I'd put you guys all ahead of me, that's for sure. Race for Serenity. So that's what I'm doing this year. Every year I normally host a football league called the Giving League for fantasy football, and we raise like thousands of dollars for domestic violence abuse victims. And this year, there's a ton of factors that go into it, but I decided to do like a walk, run, scoot, like 5K instead. The entry fee is a lot less, and I'm gonna have medals for the winners and stuff like that. But whoever's the fastest in the 5K gets to donate half of the proceeds to the charity of their choice for domestic violence victims, and then the person who travels the longest, doesn't matter if you're running, walking, I don't know, you can lay on the ground and roll for all I care, but whoever goes the furthest distance also will do the other half to their charity. So I am starting to pump real hard to try to get people into that because I'm sitting at about like 20 right now, and I'm going for 100.
Love it.
Yep,
Awesome.
I got about a month.
Pick Finero or
We'll have to
Swags.
pump that full.
Last question, third mic. Pick Finero or Swags.
Oh, Finera, since I hated on him, and then he brought out medals. I'm sorry, Finera.
Swags, are you ready? We're just gonna keep doing this. I don't give a shit. Here we go. Question 1. What's the tight end that needs to be weeded out of your garden?
Let's weed. Let's weed Tyler Higbee out of there.
That's mean. Current company only. How do we finish in an ice skating rink around the rink?
Oh,
wow. Gabe's first. J Mike.
Makes sense.
Followed up by third Mike. It looks like, and Swags.
Dude,
been
I would
your
kick all
your
your
last.
asses, definitely.
Oh
I
really?
would definitely
Damn.
finish last,
am-
bro.
Dude,
I am
I would
dead
finish
last.
so last.
let's do
I
it.
had no idea.
How many bet it? How many
Lace
days
up.
can a cockroach live without its head?
100.
10 days. You're close. Full PPR points for this year. Rank them. Jared Judy, Jalen Rager, Denzel Mims, rookie fever fuck.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Rager, Judy, Mims.
If you were given 3 carries in NFL, how many yards could you get?
1.
It's better than third Mike. Van Jefferson's stat line this year.
It's funny. I don't know why J Mike's laughing, but I'm getting bigger and bigger on that guy. Not literally, just higher on him. I'll go 500 yards.
How many touchdowns? It's a shitty stat line, bro.
4. Yep, it is. There's guys there.
A duck arrives to a river with a sign that forbids it swimming or flying across it. How does the duck get across to the other side?
Walk.
A duck can't fucking read, bro. Thunderdome, animal fight to the death. Who wins? 1,000 frogs or 1 million ants? That makes no fucking sense.
The Seagulls.
Exactly. That's the movie you actually saw inside the movie theater.
Jaws. They have a theater near me open right now, and they redid it.
From like the fucking 70s. 2 2021 rookie picks value for Kareem Hunt.
Ugh.
Good pick.
2-2.
Too late. Super Bowl prediction for this year.
Oh, I love that Ravens Saints. I'm all about that. I hate the repeat, but I love that Ravens Saint call. Saints win though.
You cheated.
Drew
It's only
Brees goes
11.
out.
I don't fucking care. You get to pick Swags or Gabe.
Gabe.
That makes
I
sense.
don't think that stat line was bad, Finero.
No, he's behind 2 like Matt.
Did you
like,
see the video on Twitter of him catching a touchdown in the corner? Did you fucking see it? I saw it, bro. You didn't see it.
Time to trade him for someone else.
And
Right?
1,200. You're right. 1,200 yards, 17 touchdowns. Sorry.
Gabe, you've been waiting on this. Question 1. Are you ready? Swag. You're ready. Gabe, question 1. Parenting tip that no one fucking told you about.
The only thing that is constant is change.
What do you miss most about life from a year ago? Swags it. Yeah, he didn't fucking hit it. What did you miss most about life from a year ago, Gabe? Oh, that's no baby too.
Yeah, true. I can't say
She's
that
not.
though.
He and she aren't listening.
No pandemic.
Give me an early round redraft wide receiver bust
Early round wide receiver bust.
in redraft.
In redraft.
Yeah.
Function. I don't know. I don't
That's
even
not
know
a
what
person.
they are.
Just any person.
I just don't want to draft the bad players to drink.
Question 4. Perfect. Favorite meal your wife has made since the baby has been born?
Hot dogs.
Perfect. What is your Super Bowl prediction this year?
Ravens Saints.
The Bears and the Jaguars.
That's so gross. More half PPR fantasy points.
You didn't ask
this
me who's going to
year.
win.
Mike Evans or OBJ? You were supposed to say it. We all know it's Duval. Mike
OBJ.
Evans or OBJ full PPR just this year.
OBJ.
When does a joke become a dad joke?
When Two Drinks says it.
Birth.
When it becomes apparent. Thank you, Dynasty Dad / FF _ I fucked it up.
That's my joke. I put it in the Dynasty Dad podcast. That is my bar. I have it on an intro. That's mine.
Dynasty Dad
That is mine.
_ FF fucking took credit for it today. Added it to you.
My
/
shit. We're gonna play it right
FF
now.
Man Bun.
Cite your
Give him
sources.
credit too. Put some respect K on his name.
MLA
Question
format.
8. I swear to God, I already put this in. Why should I not trade for Zach Ertz? I didn't even bring up Zach Ertz in the fucking show. Why should I not trade for him? Because I'm higher on him than everybody else. I'm going to give you that one. Number 9, Booze and Balls. Also, I wrote that down before our fucking group DM. Is a testicle festival game held in which state?
Montana.
Montana,
It is
gotta
Montana.
be Montana.
I've been to it, so
Right. I asked
Pause.
J-Mike. I think I asked J-Mike that on a breakdown one time. I'm going to ask you the rest of the questions because I like your questions.
The 4.
I came up with all of these, by the way. During what month do people sleep the least, Man Bun?
in what month?
Yeah.
That's gotta be February, man.
Duh. Question 11 for Mr. Math. A pool is filled completely in 30 days. Each day it's filled twice as much as the day before. What day will it be half full? I saw you drinking a little bit.
I've shit. What?
Right? Day 29, because day 30 it's full. It's half full every day. You missed it, the math guy.
I wasn't
Last
even
question. Too
listening.
late. I really want to know. Current company only. How would we finish the other 5 of us in a 40-yard dash? I'm pretty fast, bro.
Am I included?
Nope.
Oh, all right.
You're winning.
I
So
know.
the other second
I got
through
sub
6.
5.
Sub 5. Look at this. Boom.
I'd put Swags. I'd put
Ooh.
I know,
Are you
Mike.
sure?
I had you third, Mike. I kind of did at first, but I don't know. It'd be Swags versus third Mike, definitely at the 1-2, and
Dude, I
then the
take
rest
really big strides.
and then the other 3 of you would be in another tier within hundredths of a second. I just have 2 tiers. I'm FF2 tier.
And I'm gonna be
No,
honest, I'm gonna
dude.
try really hard to win, but I might die afterwards. So
I feel like 40 is my
40.
max. So the line is where I'm crashing. But it might be like 10 steps to get there. I'm gazelling that shit. Gabe picks Swags. I have to finish at this point because I came up with 12 for everybody.
Can I put proof on my apparent bar?
Yeah, do it.
100%.
The Daddy Awards. I mean, I know it's only 1 year ago here that I did this, but I promise I did
I
this.
feel like that's credit, bro.
Shout out to the Dynasty Dads.
Dynasty Dads. Renshaw. J Mike coming for you.
Shout out.
Man, that's a cool intro.
Belly, you know you're a dad. They get disappointed, but they never get
Different
mad.
flex.
Recline in the seat
Dude, have a
every
cool
Sunday,
intro.
every single week. Thinking that dude right there kind of reminds me
Ready?
of me. I mean, I'm less athletic. I think that's apparent.
Ah.
Run game's stronger than
Oh,
your
he
daddy's
hit
with
it.
a parrot. The kids always telling me that you're hella embarrassed. I don't know what that means, but I should be awarded like these players. Dads get down.
Come on.
Damn. Have y'all ever looked at the game's Patreon page? Like his fucking album. It's just all this. How many is it now? Like 48 intro. How many is it? It's so many.
Give me my flowers.
The usage
I'm
rates.
less athletic, but I think that's apparent. Come on.
Oh
man.
shit, he hit him with it.
Come on, man.
He's past
J-Mike.
double LP.
That's
J-Mike.
Give my man his flowers right now. Right now. Not later. Not
so
right
nasty. Like
Well
in
done.
the good way.
I might
Two
have to
drinks.
change my handle now to a dad handle. Gee whiz.
FF dad joke coming
FF
through.
apparent. Come
FF
on. It's right there.
Oh, shit, that's way
Apparent.
better.
It's right there.
Edit my
FF
shit out
apparent.
on the live show. Who cares? Swags, you can't get out without yours because I fucking wrote it and I did it. Good try though.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Question 1. I have keys but no locks. I have space but no room. You can enter but you can't go outside. What am I? Hit it.
And now, your 2-minute breakdown.
I don't know.
Handcuffs.
Keyboard. You're close. If you were given 3 NFL carries, how many yards would you get?
Man, I'm gonna get at least 3 or 4.
Winner. He's
I'll
the
take the
winner.
beat
Nobody else
too.
got him. All right, Thunderdome Animal Fight. 69 house cats, your favorite, or 68 bees?
I don't know. I feel like the bees are just gonna be smart enough to leave.
It's Thunderdome, bro. You can't leave.
I'm taking the bees. I'm taking
That's
the bees.
so stupid. Three quarterbacks in NFL history have more than 25,000 yards passing and more than 4,000 yards rushing. One of them is named Randall Cunningham. The other is named Steve Young. Who's the third?
Wow.
I just wanted to fuck with you so hard. This is too much
Everybody
time.
that goes through my head. I don't pass. Oh, you did it to fuck with me? Okay, pass.
What
Still
what
pass.
question can you honestly answer? Never answer yes to.
What one would I honestly never answer yes
Can you
to?
honestly never answer yes to?
This one.
Yours are so hard. I was a jerk. Are you dead? You
Pause.
can't answer yes to that. Quarterback you were staying away from this year in Superflex.
Cam
Yeah.
Newton.
This time next year, Minshew will be drafted as Superflex quarterback blank.
14.
Late round quarterback not named Minshew that will outproduce his ADP.
I'll produce. Oh,
He's got that shoe ball shirt on.
So Stafford.
What do you miss most about your life a year ago?
People were a little bit nicer.
All right, I'm not asking
I
you
use
one
that
question.
loosely, but I miss that a little bit. Everybody's so on edge.
Last question. Current company only. Rank us in order of how we could finish to eat a one large cheese pizza.
Oh man.
Can I fucking win one? Like, y'all don't know. Get out of here, third mic. Bet it.
Yeah, I mean, so
He's
I gotta
been eating
rank
the whole
y'all.
time.
Rank them.
Is this drug induced or anything, or?
However, yep.
All right, so I guess you want me to say you too bad. I guess I'll say. I think J Mike's gonna kill this.
Oh,
And then,
shit.
And then third Mike's
Get
super
some.
stoked. So I got to go to him. And then I'm going to come to you two, Drink. And then to man
Is that a
bun, and
board
then I
bet?
don't think Finero cares enough to try to beat you guys at the cheese pizza competition. So he didn't even mind. Doesn't count if you don't put it on, dude.
This one, there's a reason this one doesn't go on right now, right? Do you see what this one is?
I can't remember which cookie is your jam.
Samoa's tribe, bro.
Samoa tribe.
There's
That's
a
right.
reason this shirt doesn't go on because I eat too many fucking Samoas. Sorry, Adam Wilde. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
Are you in it? Are you in the weight loss challenge?
Yeah, I'm down 12 through 2 weeks
There you
because
go.
there's no
Good
Samoas
shit,
in
man.
my house.
Yeah.
So tonight, not a great representation
No.
with empty calories that have been drinking. But, you know, I didn't do it the healthy way today. I'll get back on the wagon tomorrow.
That's right. You have to put away one night a month to let loose.
This is
And
it.
why not that be the open bar?
At FL Ginger Minimum, find me at Superflex Pod and at FF Breakdown.
And that was your outro.
I'm on a beer, and I didn't get to do Breakdown because nobody did it for me. So I figured I'd jump. Now's my time.
Look, first of all, thank you for doing that.
It's more work. I put in a long time. You're welcome.
Yeah, there were a lot of questions there. Did Swags know about that?
No chance. I told him like
he was
30
pretty
minutes
much
prior to
like-
show. Hey, will your soundbar work? That's all I need to know.
I was like, yeah, yeah.
As if he
we're
said
here.
no, I was fucked.
That's hilarious. No, that was
No,
fun.
you know I
That was a switch up. J Mike and I were not
What
ready.
happens?
I'll tell you that.
I apologize in advance. That's all I'm gonna say.
That should be in a
my
Twitter bio.
gosh.
FF apology. FL apology. That's where I'm at.
All right. Two drink. Good to have you, brother. Moving on to the next then. Third Mike. Good to have you. What have you got to share with the people?
Hey, so you can find me at the Third Mic pretty much everywhere except for Instagram, where I'm at the Third Mic everywhere. You have these two to blame for that. And then if you're interested in the run, come at me, bro. It's the pinned
You
tweet.
can't beat me. I'm in.
It's the pinned tweet at my at the Third Mic on Twitter. So come join, and I'd love to have you. I always make
I'll
it.
play.
I always make it fun.
If I don't run, I'll still donate. That's an awesome cause. Sounds like fun.
For real.
Appreciate you.
I just don't know if I'll run.
It's a
but
whole
I'll
day.
say
You
I'm-
can
I'll
walk.
say
You
I'm
don't
gonna
have to run. You can walk.
Oh,
It's a
no,
whole
I'd
day.
have to run. I'd have to run.
Okay.
It's a whole day.
I've done a beer mile once, and
Mm.
that's probably the hardest mile I've ever run. It was very uncomfortable.
Oh,
Oof.
sounds it.
Ugh.
That sounds the only way that is worth running, by the way.
I know.
done
I
races
thought
where
I
the
thought it
beer's at
would
the
be
end.
cool, but no.
But it wasn't.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, there
All right.
was a beer at the end, but there was a beer at the beginning as well. Because
Ew,
it
yeah.
was from brewery to brewery, the only two
Oof.
breweries that exist in my hometown.
All I
And,
heard is Gabe told me I shouldn't run. That's my excuse I need. I'm not doing it.
I did not say that.
I heard it.
I said you were in tier 2 of the 40-yard dash.
Exactly. That makes me sad. I'm just gonna stay home and drink. I don't need to run. So join Third Mike's thing and fucking beat me. Duh.
This is exactly why
Money.
you are in this challenge, is to get into tier 1.
Exactly. Start your cardio now. You got a month.
All right, Swags, you are up next, my friend. So good to have you. Shoeball, thank you for repping.
Yeah.
What
I
do you
mean, I did
got?
want to say though, before you come to me, that I mean, everybody should, like, all jokes aside, hit up Mike. That pin tweet he has I don't know. That could be a fun way for us to all get involved. We've all been sitting on our asses way too much through COVID. I know we throw a lot of money at fantasy charities and we enjoy that a lot, but this is something a little bit different that could bring us together. So I don't know, Mike. I know we've talked about it, but definitely want to get you on some shows to talk about that a little bit more. I think that's awesome. So I'll be on top of that and try to help you push that. But let's get that 100, man. We should be able to do that. What is it? $10 minimum?
$10. And I'm coming up with some ways to keep it somewhat interactive the 2 days that it's going on. That way you can kind of see each other and how people are doing and that sort of thing. So really cool.
Yeah, so
That's
we'll do
awesome.
that. Somebody asked, if you don't know, this is an open bar t-shirt. You can get them. You should. Two Drinks been repping some open bar shirts, but definitely get that.
Openbar.storeenvy.com.
I'm Swagzilla0G.
Choo-choo.
Lucky enough to work with all these guys. FF_breakdown, Fantasy Football Breakdown. We've got Rookie Fever, super flexible.
Yes.
We'll fill your needs. Finero and I, so we got to fill this league to get this Cam Akers of all people who we've shat on tonight.
Only I shat out on him and J. Michael Little.
So it's a autographed Cam Akers mini helmet. It's going to be a rookie only best ball. So you'll have 4 roster spots. One will be a super flex spot, so you don't have to have a quarterback. One will be a flex, and then you have to start 1 running back. You have to start 1 wide receiver, and then you'll have 3 bench spots. We're going to do 7 rounds of rookies. So, I mean, even if you want to hop into a fun, one more rookie draft, little rookie prize on the side, all of this is 100% charity. So, we'll put up some more stuff about that, but we do need to get that league filled. I've neglected it a little bit. I talked to George a minute today. We're gonna do a couple more, but we're gonna get this Rookie Fever one filled and just do rookies just for fun. Best ball. You won't have to set your lineup. We're doing an MFL. Set your shit. Walk away.
I'm stealing real quick because George just dropped an Amari Cooper. Dallas Cowboys signed Amari Cooper league. He had everything filled, and he still had a couple of signed jerseys from Pristine Auction for Toys for Tots. And Josh Bigby. Josh Bigby's got the Superflex league. I don't know what that shit is. There's still a couple spots left.
Let me fill my damn league? I mean,
all that's going to be FTGs. There's a couple leagues. There's a couple, bro. All that's going to Toys for Tots, and we're fucking shit up. We might make 10K this year. Holy shit!
Are you wearing a shawl?
It's my University of Florida game. I'm bringing that shit back. Look, this is all.
But those are all great. Those are all great causes. But
bro, those are all shirts from when I was little. My mom made a quilt.
That's nice.
Pretty cool.
Jussie Driscoll's
glutes
garage.
Yeah.
Is that what you're working for? To drink
his butt. Look, I don't mind it. Mind it.
See,
when y'all mad when he takes over for Locke. Oh shit, I didn't say it.
All right.
Cut that out.
Finero
on the live show. Cut it out.
Thank you, Swags. Appreciate y'all.
Finero DMing me too about the intro thing.
I know. Sorry for miscommunication on that.
Dude, I'm fucking around, dude.
All right.
Love you guys.
Finero, you're up.
Yes. Oh my god.
At
somebody
screenshot that. TV.
What have you got to share, man? What's the TV stand for?
Just woke his wife up.
I'm glad I'm in the office. It's not mine anymore. Closed.
I own a video production company.
Call of Duty.
I own a video production company. It's called Aardvark Video Works. So this was a
How'd
work.
You get the name?
This was a work handle at one point, and I just took it over. Kind of the way the open bar takes everything over.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You get it.
He didn't want to tell you. So.
I know how it works. Well, first, J. Mike, Gabe, thanks so much. It's awesome to be on here again. This is a lot of fun. I don't know how 2.5 hours flies by this fast. I don't even know what we talked about, but I had a lot of fun. Also a lot of fun. Two Drinks, Swags, and I have done that rookie only draft on a podcast 2 years in a row now. It is a lot of fun. So let's fill that league up. You can find me at Aardvark TV, and of course at Rookie Fever. If you want to listen to me and Swags talk rookies and nothing but rookies. Now he puts himself on mute. Now he's on mute. Anyway, that's all for me.
I look, my cursor was hovering over it for the last 2 minutes.
You put him on mute. Nice.
I don't even know if I did it on accident, but it's been hovering over it for 2 minutes. I just been waiting.
So I didn't say thanks before, but thanks now.
Yeah. All right. All right. J Mike, I don't know what else there is to say on your end, but I'd imagine it'd be a change of pace. So what do you got, dude?
But I'm short on words at this point. First of all, to the chat. I don't even know.
I didn't realize I could unmute myself.
To the chat, thank you all for rocking with us. To the folks still in the chat,
blow, shout out.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate y'all. To our guests, just grateful for tonight. It's been a lot of fun. I've laughed a lot. This is going. This is good. I've laughed a lot. So this is positive. No, and truly grateful to be able to interact with you all on a consistent basis. To be in the league with you, third Mike, and obviously Two Drinks to be in the league with you as well. Finero and Swags to listen to you all the time, and also be in a chat to where we can chop it up and laugh and cut up and whatnot. I'm just grateful for the impact that you all have in my life. That you sometimes I tell you about, and sometimes I don't. But you all are very much a part of my just about every day. So. I'm grateful for you all, grateful for our friendships, grateful to laugh it up, and grateful that y'all spend time with us. So, Swags, this is like the third time you've been on this year, which makes me very happy. It makes me really happy to have you so often.
Like for
so,
sure.
So it's like
Nice
one per
to see
quarter.
his
So we'll be able to
face.
get you again sometime during the season to complete the once per quarter here.
I come on every week.
I love it. I'm with it.
A beautiful
I'm with
head.
What's
I'm
the
with it.
record? I mean, I want that.
Maybe Bobby Koch. I think he's up. He's pretty high up.
We're taking that.
I'm not sure.
Too.
So we got to go back in the annals for that. Who knows if those all the episodes for back in the day.
I think this might be my fourth or something.
I feel like only Debo drinks as much as me, so I feel like that's gonna count for something.
That's true too. On Twitter at JMikeCheck. The show's handle on Twitter at The Open Bar Pod. And obviously for my main man, the host with the most. And everybody, if you listen to this in podcast, I appreciate you. But also, obviously, you're missing out on the live show. But thank you for even the time that you're spending even listening to the podcast. You could be listening to any number of things, doing any number of things. And the fact that you take any time to spend with us, we don't take that lightly. And we hope that your Tuesday nights and Wednesdays and every other part of your week when you choose to fill us with it is filled with a lot of laughs, a lot of fun, and hopefully some encouragement too. So my main man, the host with the most, Bun G, Genius MC, at FF Booze Day.
FF Apparent.
FF 2-tier. FF Apparent. 1 or 2 teams, whatever your choice is. 1 or 2 teams, up to you. All right. On Twitter at FF Man Bun. Gabe, take us home.
I just want my flowers, you know. That one, I don't even know if that intro, and not like people are out there like looking for my lines to repost on Twitter. I was totally kidding, but I don't think that intro ever even surfaced. Just was there. So I'm a parent, and this is apparent that we need to get the F out of here. I don't know. I have nothing else to say. speaking of intros, man, I make them. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. Sorry, I can't make them so quickly because kid and school and
Maybe speed up.
room switchovers and things. Look, these guys know. These guys know in the pre-show. I explained all of it. And if you want to know more, go to patreon.com / the open bar, right? And I'll tell you my whole story of why I can't make intros consistently.
Don't rush greatness.
Nothing's in a vacuum. Nothing's on that domain name. Nothing. Nothing's on that domain.
Nothing's in a vacuum.
I wonder.
At FL vacuum.
I'm glad I got that clip now because I'm gonna make our soundboard, J Mike. I will someday.
It's not.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so
Dude, it's so easy.
I'm not gonna play it through a fucking sound bar. That's for sure. All right, so let's
with
get
ours.
out of here.
Cheers up.
Put some drinks up or however many you have. Try to do that. Let's put you on mute before you put them up. All right, now you're muted. Now put them towards the camera. There you go. Good job. 2 drink, 6 drink. I mean, really, those are pounders, though. Those bottom 4 are pounders.
Yeah.
16 times 4. What is that 2 drink?
Looks like IPAs too.
Oh, what? Can't answer?
You're the
64.
math guy, and I'm muted. I didn't go to school for that.
8 beers, man. Plus
I
2
mean,
more. That's a.
Solid.
I mean, yeah, dog.
Solid night. Y'all didn't see what I drank before? I'm not telling.
J Mike, I missed the clear glass bottle there. Like,
Did I hit it like 3
fish
times?
out game.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just had my water bottle tonight. So
7.5. But
nothing fun. Nothing fun.
Yeah, I don't do it.
Hey, John J. Mike, just one time.
I haven't even hit that, honestly.
It doesn't happen, often.
We've been
Almost
in person.
Panero.
I mean, we had to take care of children, so
Stop.
it doesn't count. But someday, once he gets
Fair.
down here, we're gonna get him.
I'm in for that one. Ditto. You called it. Dibs.
J Mike's journal, dummies.
Yes.
I got that on right now.
Can we get another one?
I usually say those.
Just say your words,
All right,
J.
bro.
Mike. That's what people want. Just say them. I don't care what it's about.
I told you, man. This is
15
just,
and out. It
this
doesn't
is-
matter.
This is just my opportunity to show up to your podcast every week.
Stop.
Now,
Oh
J.
my
Mike.
gosh.
I'm telling you. All right. That's it. Let's get out of here. We will see what next week. We got a show, J Mike, right? Yep. I went over your head.
Me and Swags are coming.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. All right. Let's get out of here. This is it. Good
I'm
night.
sure
This
you
has been
will.
The open bar. Until next week. Deuces.
Good night.